Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Nana, and I'm up to doing some more diamond painting. And I believe this is number 14 until I get this done. And then after that, I will probably be working on a journal, which I don't have that set together. I've been doing slow stitching and keeping busy, but I do have a couple diamond paintings I definitely have to finish up. So that is kind of why I'm here tonight. All right, so I'm going to get started. It looks like the lower levels here. You can see I did from here to here. And so I have quite a bit more to do. But I'm going to do the lower level over at this side, and then I have to come over here and then make it all match. All right, let's see how much I can get done. Okay, so these are all mixed colors. Let's see, what we were going to start out with was 12. Where's 12? And you have to ignore the dog. She's like, my funny dog. 12 is... Okay, how many do I got out of 12? Well, I got a few. Let's just put a little couple in here. Shh. You gotta be quiet. Quiet. All right. So here's another dog or something. That's my Lacy Poo. Thank you. Hey, I'm ready. You already went for your walk? I could have did a different live stream. I didn't know if you wanted to chat or not. I could have did StreamYard. So you could chat if you want, or what would you like? Are you okay with this way, or did you want to chat? Or we just work off and I kind of talk and you talk to me when you can get a chance. Still got quite a bit on this diamond painting left. It's worries, whatever you would like. It's you would rather do that? I don't care. Either way, it's fine with me. We can go do it and you can come up and we can talk to each other. I don't know how much company we're going to get, but it's up to you. You're the one that I know. It's no worries. I meant, oh, no worries. Oh, okay. Well, I'll leave this on for a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. And I could always switch it to a StreamYard. Oh yeah, that's a good idea if you want. Yeah, you can want, and then if anybody comes in, we can all talk to each other. Yeah, I like Facebook anyways, so this way you can still talk and tell me what you're doing. I just can't see you. Yeah, let's do Facebook and tell me what's going on. And all right, give me one sec. Unless you want, you can call me. I don't care either way, but see if I can find you, and then oh, wait a minute. I might have to get you to do it because I'm doing the wrong thing. I gotta go back. Okay. I'm trying. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. I just can't remember how to. Why don't I know how to get you? It's different. Cause I know what it is. Let's see. There it is. I'm just grabbing you a different way. There you are. Okay. Oh, you did it fast. All right, cool. Hi. Let's see. Perfect.
Hi, Nana.
Hi. That was faster. I was going, I have to remember, you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say anything out loud, but I have to remember Facebook's different.
Yeah.
So, how's it going?
It's going good. We just got back from the movies not too long ago.
And how did that go? Did you like it?
Oh, there's a big echo, huh? Let me turn this down. Okay, now It was it wasn't what I expected. It was more like comedy.
That's what I expected, though. Like I did.
Oh,
I expected it was going to be funny, and it was funny.
yeah, it was.
Was it disappointing?
Some of it was kind of cheesy.
Okay.
But I'm not used to Thor. I don't really, go to those too often.
Right. Yeah. Like I knew it was going to be funny because Thor is one of the funniest ones of all the characters. He's normally funny.
Oh.
I'd be disappointed if it wasn't funny. Because
you'd probably like it.
I think I will because I understand that. See, they left him as overweight, and he had to lose weight, and I think it starts out with him having to get in shape, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So to me, I think it's perfect because if you knew Thor was like the hunky man, okay, and then when you watched the show, it was so funny that because he got so upset because of what happened that he just went and gave up and was depressed and gained weight. And so when you see him that last movie, you're expecting him, oh, here comes the hunk. And you see
I know
this overweight guy. It's like it's so funny.
Yeah, I remember that. It's funny the way they show that too. You'll like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna love it because I love comedy like that. So
yeah,
I was talking to see if maybe we don't have it set in stone to go yet, but I'd like to do something like that. It'd be fun.
Yeah, I like to get out, especially for all those months we couldn't go. Yep. It's nice to be able to go.
Well, people weren't wrong to say it's expensive. And actually, you got a really good deal because I couldn't get a deal like that. Ours is kind of expensive. But look, I look at it this way. Everybody has their little thing, either crafts or they do fishing or they do golf or they do whatever it is. And that's our thing is to go to the movies. So I don't think everybody spends money in different ways for their, treat. And to me, that's my treat because I don't do it very often at all.
Yep. So, and some people like smoke and drink, and we don't do that, so we have money to go.
Yes, that's true. If we smoked, it would be different. Actually, I'm happy. My husband, I'm very proud of him that he officially gave it up, and it's been now for quite a while now.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah, but he had to go medically. He went to the I'm trying to not to the pharmacy. We had to go get a prescription, and this one helped him. He just stopped him, curbed his appetite. And you know how I know he's not cheating or lying is he used to take Lacey for a walk. He did certain things, and that's when he would cheat and smoke. And now ever since he stopped smoking, he doesn't take Lacey for the walks. Or there's certain things he did that I knew he cheated. That's how I know he doesn't smoke because he doesn't do any of the stuff he used to do. That was his excuse to go smoke. So
now he's like, you take her for a walk.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what he's doing to me. But I'm happy. I'm happy that he stopped smoking. It's like a big deal to me.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing, and it's great. I just want him to live longer. That was my point to that.
Yeah, because it can make a lot of other problems a lot worse.
Well, yeah, like I could afford. I'm kind of overweight too, so I could afford to lose the weight. So I don't want to criticize someone. But the thing was smoking, obesity. I think there's another one. His diabetes runs in his family. So this is all hurt things that I was worried about. Sometimes you sound like a nag, but I only meant it in the way of I don't want to see him in bad shape. That's all.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy because I haven't smoked for a long, long time.
That's great. Yeah.
So how's the diamond painting? See if we get bored of this, and if you still are on, we could always switch to Steamer, and they can show me what's going on with the diamond painting world that you're doing if you want.
Well, I started the second one, for my other son, the car one.
Yeah.
So I'm on the second or third number now. So I'm rolling a little bit.
Well, that's great. Well, hi, Will.
Oh, hey, Will.
Yeah, thank you for kind of offering me because it's kind of it's nice coming on here when I have someone to talk to, but I don't always, and I don't want to make you feel guilty in any way. I appreciate it, but it's nice. It's nice to have company when I'm doing this. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have came back tonight.
Yeah, I was debating if I should take a shower after I got my walk because I'm all sweaty, and I was like, just in case the camera gets on my face, I'll just wait.
Well, I won't make you do anything you don't like it. Three.
Oh,
I had to organize
Sonic.
these diamonds. I used to be, I felt like much better at doing this, but this is ones I'm forcing myself now to do, and I really don't like doing that. That's not my kind of craft when I'm making myself do stuff.
What is that one of again?
It's a scenery, like with a cabin in the background, but it really is not showing up right now. It's showing up a little bit. It's probably my least favorite ones I've ever done because normally, if I liked it, I would get through this way faster.
Yeah. You said a cat?
No, a cabin.
Oh, a cabin.
A cat probably would. would have, I probably would have fit. Me, the animal lover. I probably finished that one. I told you I kept. I I think I told you what happened was. You know that fairy garden that I have, right? It's about 2.5 feet tall, and I've shown it lots of times. I call it fairy garden, but my peach trees there. I don't know. Well, anyways, if you didn't see it, what happened was I go there about a week ago, and I see these eyes staring at me. Freaking freaked me out. I thought it was like a rat or something. It was a baby rabbit. So
Oh.
it was. I felt bad, and I want to make sure I took care of it. I did. I fed it, and I figured out with my lettuce I was growing, it was liking it. And so, anyways, this morning I come back and the whole thing. He ran around and he's missing. He's gone. I don't. I just hope that he kind of jumped out of there. He was little though, really little.
Oh.
Like the
Yeah.
squirrels like that tree because we don't see any evidence of it being, taken. I hope not. I just feel bad. I even had a name for him, calling him Harry.
I am not fond of rabbits. They keep trying to bed down in my garden bed, and now all my carrot tops are gone.
Well, I can't.
Little
I
buggers.
understand. Yeah, I get, but the squirrels are way worse for me. And this is a.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you had a little baby bunny that, you know, I tried to get it out of the fairy garden, but it was scared and it was hopping around. So I could see it like it was gonna have a heart attack, and they do. Bunnies can have a heart attack if
Mm,
you get them too scared. So he's a baby. I have any kind of baby animal, even if was annoyed by that kind of animal, I still look out for babies.
mm-hmm.
Can't help it. It was so cute though. Probably gophers.
Yeah. We have like tunnels around our house, so we're not sure if it's a mole or what, but I told my husband, I said, put some tape upside down.
Oh, you don't want to do that. Ugh.
But I know we have a skink because I've seen that. And I don't know if they dig tunnels or not because under my flower bed where the
Yeah,
mulch is,
right,
there's like a tunnel.
right. Well, gophers do that for sure, but it'd have to be a big hole.
Yeah.
And they can be moved out. All you got to do is add rocks. Remember, I went through 3 years of that. That guy would keep coming back, and then it got pissed off at me and moved and moved up further up the park.
Oh,
So I didn't like I vacated under my area, but it still has the tunnels and it still had a home. I just moved it out.
yeah. I was looking at the traps today, but I didn't end up getting any.
Yeah. Oh well, I that's me. I get it. It's annoying. There's certain things that annoy, but I can't kill anything over my garden. I kind of like the squirrels. I could have shot those squirrels. Seriously, I don't have one peach. My tree was loaded with peaches, and they freaking ate every. I see one. I think I saw one, and it had
That's a
tons of
shame.
peaches. And I said, okay, that's fine. And I'm talking to the big guy up there and saying, fine. I took care of him this year. Next year, it's our turn for the peaches.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm telling you, I wouldn't hurt a squirrel either, even though they're really annoying me this year. I will. I'm gonna do some kind of fencing around the base of the tree so they can't climb it.
Why don't you just let your cat out?
No, no, my cat's actually really old, so no, that cat wouldn't do anything anyways.
Oh,
Lacey will
darn.
though. No, Lacey goes after the squirrels. I don't think
Yeah.
she'd hurt it, but she does chase them. But no, I'm gonna put something on the base that they to try and not let them climb. I had enough. Like, I don't mind them sharing and giving them some, but when they're pigs and they eat the whole thing and then they leave a mess. They take it on my bench, and you can see half peach chewing on my bench, and they're big pigs. They go on my mulch, and I have to sweep the mulch every day. They're going in the mulch trying to bury peanuts. So
they're like here in your face.
yeah, so much that they really annoyed me this year. However, like I said, I wouldn't set up traps to hurt them. That's not me.
And that's why there's people like me.
They're what? You're gonna go
And
kill
that's where there's
are you,
people like me.
you're gonna go kill my squirrels? Is that what you're gonna do?
Oh,
Would
well,
you?
if times get tough, that's meat.
Ah! Well, they're not getting that tough for me. I think I'd no, it won't work that way. Squirrels not something I would
Oh,
eat.
just wait. If you ever get hungry enough, you darn well will.
No, I'll figure out. I'll eat something else. I'll be a vegetarian. I
Oh
can eat the
my.
garden stuff. I don't need meat. Seriously, I don't. I could live without meat. but when I see those people eat, oh, I cannot put a squirrel on a stick. I mean,
It would not be my first choice. I always think of Shrek,
I mean, I get that you have the hunter in you, and I get it, but I have no hunter in me. Like that is not my thing. I
Nana, you were in the army for goodness sake.
That doesn't mean you have to be a hunter, for goodness sakes.
Were you a conscientious objector?
I would not. You don't have to kill. That's the whole point. You don't have to kill things to prove a point. You can. There's peacekeeping things. There's other
Blah
ways.
blah blah.
There is. You don't have to have a gun to shoot somebody.
You should have went in the Peace Corps.
Well, I don't think you need to be. Well, we could get into a battle here, so I don't think I'm going to go there.
Well, yeah, there's all different types, so yeah.
Sometimes
there's the medical
no,
that
but
want to
listen,
save lives.
but I get sometimes that you have to be aggressive in some cases. You have no choice, but
Sometimes
mostly
it's
there
do
is.
or die.
Yes, absolutely. I guarantee it that I would do that too, but it depends on the case and severity of something. I wouldn't go like it's kind of like you wouldn't go stomp on a ground just to prove a point. But if they're coming in your face, you're gonna defend yourself, and that's the part I really agree with.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I want to go kill, but I'm saying if it came down to it.
Well, like I said, if it was a thing of somebody hurt my family or something like that, then you're darn right. I think my other side would definitely come out. If it was protecting family or something like that, yes.
Oh yeah, kids, yeah.
But
my dad's side has Iroquois, Native American Indian. So like we've always been like we called it tomahawks, not axes. We throw those, we like shoot, we like the outdoors.
Yeah, I got it. And the hunting perk comes with you. I get it. I have a brother-in-law that's a hunter. So I don't do it, or I don't know. It's kind of like I don't want to start a fight. I don't like it. I don't do it. But do I understand people liking doing it? Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I understand there has to be a certain amount of tree huggers too.
I'm a tree hugger. I am kind of a tree. I'd probably hug a tree over kill an animal. Yeah, probably. I could see that. Come here,
I was in the army, but I'm still a tree hugger. Gosh darn it.
Yeah, gosh darn it. Hey, have you ever sworn before? I know you're sensitive on that, but
yes, I have. All right. I grew up with my grandpa. He used to cuss like a sailor.
I figure you did, but it was like you watch it. But I'm thinking, look, if anybody's in the army and acts tough, they all swear. I don't know anybody that hasn't been in the army that doesn't swear.
Well, my husband never did, and he was in.
Really?
He has never sworn. Wow. Like he'll say like PISS, but he won't say anything else.
Yeah. Well, wow. That's unusual.
That is very unusual.
23. But that's good. I respect that too. I think you give your husband a hard time, but I think he's probably a good guy. Or do you want to shoot him?
So freaking annoying.
He's annoying to you, yeah?
Like when we were at church today, he's like the freaking welcoming committee. And people are worried about germs these days. Right. He goes around to every single person at the break time and shakes their hands. I'm like, thank you. You just distributed germs to everyone.
And what did the people that shook his hands back? They obviously didn't have a problem with it, did they? Or no?
You never know if they really did or not. They shook it
They were
fine,
just trying
but
to
I
be
was like,
nice.
probably, I would think.
Okay.
And because he's black too, they don't want to be politically incorrect.
That's funny. I could see that too. Yeah. Like, but I think it's sweet. I think it's sweet that your husband's like wants to shake hands. I know it could be better times for sure, but I think it's
Yeah.
sweet.
Because the one strain is going around again. My neighbor had it, but she said it was just like a sinus cold.
Yeah. Well, that's what I get now, Misha. Is the most of the people that I'm talking to now. Oh, you okay? Oh, Kathleen, hi. You can come up too if you want. Talk.
What were you saying, Nana?
I was gonna say I know the people that because I'm trying to say that have it now with the shots. Okay, I don't care. We're not getting into the debate of shots or not, but what I'm saying because that costs me and you. But the whole point.
Let's not go there, Nana.
Don't go there. I'm not. But no. But what happens is some of them got sick, but they didn't even know they had it because of that. Like that's what they're saying. They didn't even
Well,
like
here.
our neighbor up the street has a little son, and she said I don't know what happened, but they didn't feel sick at all, and they went and got tested. I don't know what made them get tested, but found out they had it, and she says we didn't feel a thing. The husband and the little kid, the little son, which I felt sorry for, but I guess they didn't. There was like maybe a little bit of a sniffle or something, but there was nothing major at all with them. That's what they said to me.
All the people at our church, there was a mother, a grown daughter, and a husband and a wife. They all had their vaccinations, had their booster shots, and they were all the ones that got it.
Well, see, that's where the part me and you, because I think you can get it either way. That was the part where saying you couldn't, but that's not true. You can get it whether you had them or not. You still can get them.
Oh, I don't disagree about that. But at our church, it was all the vaccinated people that had them.
Back out.
But my neighbor, she was not vaxxed, but she had COVID before. So she had like a natural immunity, but this one she still got.
See, that's what people thought, because most things that you had before have immunities. That's what shots are. A lot of times shots are part of the virus, right? Like whatever, measles or different things.
This isn't. It's not the virus though.
No, I know it's not the virus, not the same. That's why there's an issues with it. But the thing was they said that they couldn't build antibodies, and you're kind of saying they did. And so there's like that's the part I'm saying that's did they build antibodies? They might have, and maybe
but I think
they're saying they're not.
All these different strains now. So I think, if you don't get the one strain, then you don't have immunity to that. But the other strain, then yes, you do, because it keeps mutating.
Right. Yes, I know that for sure.
But at least now it's just like a cold. It's nothing.
It's
terrible.
It's not deathly, let's say, which was very sad. And God bless all those people we lost, no matter where they're from. It was, hopefully, I hope we never have to do that again. That's all I'm going to say. Hope nothing ever happens like that. But I don't know. I can't predict the world. I just wish things would be better.
Yep, I know.
I don't know. Do you feel the path of that things are getting better or equal? I don't feel worse. Do you feel worse, or do you feel?
I feel like financially our governments are doing bad decision making.
Right.
But I feel like as far as health-wise, it seems to be coming up.
Getting better. Okay. Yeah, me
but
too.
Then
sorry. You're going to, you type and say, and I'm going to go, sorry, Will.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was like, I'm just going to do this and talk instead of typing. But and it's nicer what you did. I should type, right? Because I don't mean to be rude to you.
That's okay. Go ahead.
No, I already said sorry. Well, so we're good. So go ahead. Anyways, your politics or what?
Well, that, and then there's this one doctor that has an independent testing firm in Idaho. He's one that's been speaking up a lot. and he has traced like these like foot long blood clots in people that have passed.
Ooh.
And yeah, it's really gnarly. He even showed them like
Right.
So I think there's still a lot of stuff we don't know, but you know, people, as long as it's a free country and you're allowed to do what you want to do, and of course, not making stupid decisions like going out in public when you are sick. I would never do that.
Right.
But
right. Well, if anything I've learned that I think it is a choice to make. I don't think you should force anybody to do what they don't feel comfortable doing. I'm going to tell you 100% I agree with that. But on the other
amen.
hand, I think you shouldn't. I think it works both ways. If people do feel good about it, then that's their choice too, right? Like it works two sides.
Exactly.
And that's
Yeah.
it. Not to make I guess I made mistakes too of how I worded this before, and I apologize for that many times. But all I'm saying is, for me personally, it was the best. I feel I personally made a good decision for myself. Right? That's kind of
Yeah.
what I'm saying. And the reason I logically did what I did was because I'm 61 years old. It kind of was highly recommended through a doctor, which I'm going by doctor's words over mine or anybody else. It's non-medical, and I had all these shots all these years, and I'm 61. So, and my mom has had all the shots, and she's 91. So I just I don't have the same. That's how I feel personally. Okay, not everybody feels that way, and and the sad part was I don't think that it should cause fights, and I'm not meaning that to you, Misha. You know that. I mean, this caused creative problems. You want to know? Now I can say it because we're having this discussion. I felt sorry for my doctor. I couldn't figure out. I kept saying I can't get in the doctor. I don't know why I can't get in the doctor. And then to make a long story short, she was a clinic that was giving out the shots. Okay, these people that were non people that didn't want the shot came in and wrecked her clinic, broke her window, and went crazy on the other way. So I
really?
think that's not fair for somebody to
No.
work that where they no they she had been off for she had to work out of her house to be scared. She was working out of her house because of this mess. And
And
she's
see, I've heard it other ways where people had been getting fired and stuff because they did not want to recommend the shot. So they were like blacklisted from the medical community.
well, yeah, I get that. But she had it on the other hand, like I told you, she was the one doing a clinic, and they damaged her clinic. Her and her secretary had to work out of their houses
Yeah,
because
no
of
way
the
violence should
abuse.
have been.
That's it. That's what I'm getting at. Whether you agree or say you're working on you don't want to do the shot or whatever, there was no way that anybody should beat the crap out of you because you didn't want to do it.
No,
And
no,
vice versa, I don't think anybody should physically hurt anybody that agrees to it.
no, or fire
It's
you
not tactful.
for
No matter how you do it, nobody should get hurt. I mean, you can get in
hurt or
arguments.
lose your job. I don't think that's right either.
Right. Well,
So, because my husband, ever since the very first 2 week curve, he's been at home the entire time, yet the government still wanted to mandate it and tried to force him to get it, which he still has not. But
right.
um, it's just, to me, it's very clear there was more behind it than just that. And if people want to take it, that's on them,
Right.
And my aunt did the one that got the lung transplant because she was afraid because her breathing already is bad.
Well, that they were recommending it, Misha. I'm not saying whether you like it or not. I'm saying anybody that had thing, they did highly recommend it for people that were medically couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
So I pray and I hope that this didn't hurt your aunt, or hope she's okay.
Yeah, she's gotten all the boosters. I just pray she'll be okay, but she just has a bunch of different issues. I think some of it is from the meds.
Okay.
So
right. Well,
she's had a tough time.
Yeah, that has nothing really to do. The shot is what I'm just saying by doctors. That's supposed to be helping. It's not something about creating worse for your aunt. At least I hope not.
I hope not either. And I told her just to do what she felt,
was
like
the right
that's the
thing.
thing. I don't try to tell people.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they ask my opinion, then I will give it. But I'm not going to try to tell them, oh no, I don't do it, so you shouldn't do it. Like that's your choice.
Yeah, I agree 100% because, like I said, I deeply apologize to you, like, because it was not meant to force anybody to do what I did. I guess I was just worried about people, and I thought, when you think of it was the wrong way of doing it, but when you think about people getting hurt or sick or something, and then you feel that this is a good thing for you, then you kind of highly recommend it for somebody. Maybe that's wrong, but you mean it in a sense of feeling that to protect somebody, not the fact of forcing them to make a decision they don't want to make. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah. And my point was just, I felt like people were losing logic because if you're healthy and you're at a certain age and you don't have underlying conditions, of course, natural immunity is better than a shot. That just seems like people have lost logic.
Mm-hmm.
But if they don't want to take that chance, then they should be free to do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Your aunt is in my prayers. Sweet. Glad your aunt is good. Prayers for your aunt, Sandy. Yes.
Thank you guys. She's okay. She keeps getting different kinds of issues. I think it's from all those anti-rejection medications, but one day at a time.
Well, I was gonna, my mom. I was so worried what happened with her, eh? And I was trying.
Yeah.
She was embarrassed to use. Okay, everybody. When she fell the second time, also had a heart attack and called an ambulance and everything. But she didn't want to embarrass because of her age. There's an age where people, you like it's like the shot. You automatically think people should use walkers, and maybe that's the right thing, but they don't feel comfortable to use them. Right? They're
Hmm.
embarrassed by them. You have to take everything in consideration why people do the way they do it. There you go. That's the logic part. So um, I had to work on my mom taking the walker, like both, not just the stick. And then she finally took it from me. I said, look, if you don't listen to me, when you go see Christine, my sister, she's going to be making you use more than that walker. I'm just telling you. So she's a lot stronger than me. And so, anyways, my mom started trying the stick, not the walker, but the stick. And
Oh yeah.
and she said, okay, well, I got to get used to it. And then she like now doesn't even hesitate to use it. She feels very comfortable. So then the next
That's
thing was we
good.
pulled out the walker with the wheels and everything. And she goes, I'm not using that, let's just say the shit word, and
Yeah.
could have been stronger. And I was like, look, you don't have to use it, but I'm just telling you, even the guy across the street, my neighbor, and he's a karate black belt, and he just fell apart. He had issues after issues. And so
Mm,
it was hard for him to go and get a walker, but now he says it's the best thing ever because the way he can exercise and move. So, anyways, I said, Mom, look, you don't have to embarrass yourself. Just go for a walk. No one's going to be judging you to say anything to do with it. If anything, it's making you move. It's making you move your muscles
yeah.
faster and stronger. It's only there for a balance thing. It's nothing to do with to say you're weaker than anybody else. And I'm really
Yeah.
proud of her because she actually took the walker out and it's been going every day. And I said, and just go a little further and you watch. I bet you 10 to 1 you can walk to the end of the street and back, which is fairly far on my street. And
Hmm.
she's already halfway there. And
All
and
right.
and so then we went today. I started laughing because we went to grocery shop and I said, look, just take instead of you don't have a walker now, but why don't you use the grocery buggy there as a walker, right? Just think of it as walker because it's kind of the same
Nana,
thing.
the drill sergeant.
Is it? Well, anyways, the whole point is she used the walker. She used the buggy, and she was walking faster than me for crying out loud. It was funny, and I'm going, see, I can tell you're getting better because you're walking. I almost felt like I was almost running with her.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's
so
like, keep up, daughter.
yeah, so it's a good thing. No, I know you're teasing about it, but I'm just saying it was a good thing for her. You know,
Yeah.
look if I wasn't me, I'm telling you, most of the people were worried about her because after she fell the second time, I wasn't even lecturing her. My neighbors were. My
Oh,
neighbors were saying, look this is your second fall. You're going to get a lot worse if you don't do something.
right.
So, anyways, not boredom things, but I'm just proud of her that she's doing really good. That's all.
Yeah, sometimes you have to eat crow in old age to keep.
You're gonna get to that point. You're gonna go, I don't want to do that. That's embarrassing. And then someone's gonna have to push you and go, Misha. Yeah,
I
you're gonna
know,
see.
but you know what? Because my aunt had her lung transplant and I was back there being her caregiver, she had to have the scooter to go grocery shopping, and she
Right.
was like, "Oh, just run in and get me one." I'm like, "Oh my word. They're gonna see me walking in, they're gonna know I'm not handicapped." She's like, "Oh, they're not gonna say anything, just bring it out." So I did, of course,
That's
but
funny. That's funny. We're like that. Like we have a pass for her in the car, and my mom will watch out. If I'm not in the car, like we go and say, I'll go, Bruce, we can't park there because mom's not in the car. That's what that's not a cheating thing. Though we use it to cheat, but I didn't want him to do it. Like, because if it's needed, that wouldn't be right.
Yeah, I know. I got used to that handicap sticker.
Well, it is convenient. Actually, it wasn't me. My husband nagged me and nagged me. You got to get her in there. You got to get that sticker. I'm getting tired of having to drop her off and park and have to come back and pick you up. I want to be able to drive right there and then everybody can get out.
Yeah, it's really handy in the rain.
Listen to you. Are you telling me you take advantage of that, Bisha? How my
No,
goodness.
she only has, it's not on my car. She only has like the hang up one whenever she rides with me. So
yeah,
I don't get to use it on my own.
Well, it's the movable one or something, right? Like it's just a pass, right? Isn't it? We just have a pass and you put it in the front seat. So technically that pass can go, I don't think it's designed for our van. I think you can put in any vehicle she's in. I think.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, I just put it on my top of my dashboard.
Right. I like my license plate.
Do you have a handicap license, Kathleen?
She has some major issues there. I think she does. She could. I didn't even know that existed, does it? Can you get a handicap license plate?
Yeah, you can.
So for 1 hour parking? No, I didn't know where you could get it. I don't think you can get it here. We have to have the sticker, but I've never heard of a license plate that goes on it. Not here, anyways. Not that I know of.
Yeah, you can get a handicap license plate here. And then you just get all the parking spots.
Yeah. See, I knew Kathleen has a lot of issues here. So yeah. So, but she can cook up a storm. She can she's a canning wizard now.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. She has so much canning stuff. I just I'm not there yet. What about you? You and your have you canned yet or have you dehydrated? That's the one thing you didn't use, did you?
No, I've only water bath canned. I'm slacking.
But did you have a dehydrator too or no?
Yes, I bought one when I went to Branson 2 years ago, and I still haven't taken it out of the box.
You did the same thing with the air fryer, didn't you? But you finally used it, right?
I did finally use that, a couple of times, but I don't like to use it because it's more of a cleanup than the oven. The oven, you just pop a tray in and clean that.
Yeah, I guess that you get a good point, but it doesn't bother me. I actually love it. I love it. And I've been cooking. I cook a lot more outside, like I say. So I use all my stuff. I have a frying pan out there and everything outside. And then I got to clean it and bring it in the house and wash it, but I like it.
Well, I would Kathleen, love it. Maybe if you're a good girl for Christmas.
See, I knew she'd love that. If anybody's been in canning, the dehydrator comes right with it. It's a great thing.
Yeah.
And she'd have fun because all the stuff you can experiment with, she did. If anybody experimented, she certainly did with canning. But I went through this phase of dehydrating everything I could. It was so much fun. I got to do it again. I just haven't been. It's like too hot. I don't like doing it in the house. It smells, so just beware of that.
Well, I had bought like celery to do, and then I never did it.
Well, yes, it's celery shrinks. It's so much shrinking to do. It's crazy. Blueberries is the worst though. It takes forever to dehydrate a blueberry.
Oh, I bet because they're kind of thick.
Yeah, they got too much moisture in them. And
Mhm.
my favorite to eat, you can't totally dehydrate pineapple, but oh my god, it becomes a candy. It tastes
Oh, yeah.
delicious. I don't know if you did. Well, you never did it because you said you didn't work well.
Mm-mm.
If you do like I took canned pineapples and put it on there, and then it's still sticky. So yeah, me should do it. It's still
I know,
sticky.
Kathleen. I still have to.
It's delicious though. I brought it to work and I thought I liked it, but I wasn't sure people would like it, thinking, well, maybe it's not as good as I think it is. And then they all ate it. They thought it was delicious.
I've heard people doing watermelon too, and they say it's just like candy.
I didn't do watermelon, but that one surprised me. It probably did. I did blueberries. I think I did cherries. I did peas and carrots and bananas take a long time. They make it look like it doesn't take long to make them crispy, but it takes
Oh,
a
really?
long time. Yeah. And I
Just like
never
a
got
few
it.
hours?
No, hours, like overnight, and it took a long time. There's a lot of moisture in banana, and even if you cut it thin,
Oh,
I cut it thin. Tomatoes are good too. Tomatoes are cool to dehydrate. They become crispy like bananas are supposed to be. You cut the tomato thin, and it comes like crispy, and then you take it and you take a coffee grinder, grind it up, and then put that into a mason jar and take out the air with those air sealers, and then you use a scoop of that to make homemade tomato soup.
oh.
Hmm
Yeah, I
It's
heard
really
people
good.
like
Really
they
good.
dry the tomatoes and then
Hmm
they put it in the coffee grinder
Yep.
and then they make like a powder.
Yeah. And then you take the powder and you find a recipe you like, but so much powder to cream or milk and your salt and pepper and all that. It's really good. Yeah, tomato powder. It's so good. It was fun making it. And not only that, it looks pretty in a jar. Like I
Yeah.
liked displaying it, but you can only display it so much because if you put it in the heat, then it's going to turn bad. But,
Oh,
yeah, but it's pretty. Like when you see, let's say you line up, I did mushrooms, so that mushrooms have like the whitey brown color. Then you do
yeah.
peas and you see green, and then you do carrots and orange. And then you do, I mean, tomatoes is red. Like the variety looks so awesome. I have a really good dehydrating book that I think I told Kathleen a while back. I should bring it. And she did YouTube videos before I started on YouTube. She did YouTube. I don't know what happened to lady, but she was awesome with dehydrating. She made the coolest recipes. And then I don't see her. It's been years and years since she did anything on YouTube. I don't know if I know she made a career. She sold her cookbook on Amazon because I bought one. But
Mhm.
actually, I'm gonna go get it because I want to show you how cool this is. Because she shows her casing only it's in her living room and indirect sunlight. It has to be. You're not supposed to put it in sunlight because you'll wreck it.
Mm.
But she had it in casing and it looked really pretty. Like it looked nice. Like a decoration. I gotta drop the book.
Kathleen has a whole grocery store, don't you? What's the most unique thing you've done, Kathleen?
It's pretty thick, well, too. Very thick. It's like at least an inch thick. Yeah. Okay. So I might even lift this up so you can see it better. Okay, oh yeah, you can see it pretty good. But you can see. See, look at all the colors. She did everything. Oranges, lemons. You put them in sugar, like you dehydrate and then dunk them in sugar.
Uh-huh.
And so they're really good for a snack or desserts or doing different things with it. And look how thick that is.
What's her name?
Let me read her name is Tammy Gangloff. Gangloff. Stephen Gangloff and September Ferguson. He must be the writer or something, but I saw her do the recipes and I watched a lot of the YouTube recipes that she did. Oh my God, they were so good. I didn't do a lot, like she had lots, so I didn't do them all, but they were so that's what got me into dehydrating was her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you go and
Have you
look. Hmm?
have you ever dry canned like flour and stuff?
Dry canned flour. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. So
They
no.
put it in the oven.
Okay. Put flour in the oven?
Yeah, in a large mason jar.
Okay.
I think it's called Rebel canning because it's not really approved,
Right, because there's things that milk you're not supposed to dehydrate because technically that goes against the food regulations. It's not healthy, or eggs. But anyways,
Yeah.
yeah. So you take flour. Same thing as cakes. You can make a cake in a mason jar.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But that to me is not approved either because you put it in there and you heat it in the oven and they're supposed to be sealed. But yeah, not so yes, not good. She said.
Okay.
So, anyways, go ahead. So you take flour. I want to know what we're getting at because I never heard of this before.
I guess they dry can it in the oven, just like,
But why would you have to do like? I'm confused. Why would you have to do flour in the oven?
I guess to preserve it longer so that those weevils and stuff don't get in it.
Never heard of it.
But I know you can freeze it if you have enough freezer space, which I put one package in, but I don't have enough freezer space to do any more.
Yeah, but I never had ever issues with flour. I mean, seriously, I've had flour for a long time, and I've never ever. You can get bugs, but the only time I ever got bugs, when you go, chili powder is really bad for that. Chili powder, if you have
Oh.
it too long, will have these little bugs, and then the bugs get in your. There's the bugs that go in soup or different things, and then they get in your cupboard, and the next you know they're drilling holes through all your paper products, and your whole cupboard's loaded with bugs.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
gross. I had it a couple times and I have not seen it lately for a long time, but all it does is take for one bad thing you buy that's in a box that has that and it can wreck
Hmm.
all your whole cupboard. I don't
Yeah, I heard bay leaves too can help keep them away, but also I heard that they can go rancid if you
we
keep
had
them
that
too
brown
long.
bread. Oh, she says I have bay leaves everywhere because
Yeah,
bay
you
leaves
have to in the South.
because it's too hot, right?
Well, they have a lot of bugs in the South
Okay, yeah, but it
because it
was
stays warmer longer.
right. That makes sense. But I'm just saying, they also once they get into something, they can spread it. Maybe that's it. See, we have the winter time, so it would cool off everything, and I think that has a lot to do with maybe we don't have the same issues
Yeah.
because we have the winter. Like I was talking about milkweed and stuff like that, and it has to die off in order to be healthy for it to come back. Because that one that they were talking about, I don't know if it's the same comparison, but I'm just trying to get the same meaning of it. But that's it's the milkweed that's tropical milkweed is bad.
Mm.
If you have it anywhere, let's say they had it in Texas or wherever there's no cold, people were
Hmm.
growing that, and it has a fungus and stuff like a thing that it needs to die off and come back. If it doesn't, then you make the butterflies have that in them, and it kills the butterflies.
Oh. Hmm.
So that's why cautious. We do have it here, but I found out normally when they sell it, it's to make a profit, but it does die out here. So it's not the same thing. If you get a brand new plant and it's fresh, that's fine. As long as it dies out, it's not permanently staying and living and then coming back and constantly staying there. Then
Hmm.
there's not an issue because milkweed's supposed to die off.
Okay.
And the sad part is, I have only gotten 6, and that's with the help of my friend finding 2, one tiny caterpillar and one egg, and that's all I got this year, 6.
Oh wow.
And my milkweed, like I was telling you, is doing really great in the plants because I took I had a lot of leaf spotted fungus. I was
Hmm.
just experimenting with it, and I'm kind of bragging about that. Like I want to get it out because I know now how terrific it worked for me. That it was like, depending on how bad it is, just use water and 1 teaspoon or 2 or 3, depending on how bad it is. Don't spray everything with it. Just experiment on one section of a plant. If you
Hmm.
find that it's killing the fungus, for some reason it passes on, and the next plants are doing way better. Like it's kind of like it stopped the mess from going anywhere else. I was like so impressed because the soap is great for insecticide, but it kills off plants, and so does the oil burns the plant. So I
You
did
said
that one.
salt
Sorry.
does?
So,
Did you say salt?
No, baking soda.
Oh.
Yeah, what baking soda, not salt. Baking soda is wonderful for it. I just, like I said, it was an experiment I did this year to see. Okay, so they say to put soap and oil and water and all that, and I did that before, and I didn't like it because it killed my plants. So let me try
Mm-hmm.
something new. Let's just do baking soda and the flour, because the reason they want you to do the oil, it'll stick to the plant better, and the reason the soap is because that's going to kill off insects, right, as it
Mm-hmm.
gets to the fungus. But it didn't work for me. That stuff killed my it killed my flowers. It kills different things, so I wouldn't touch it again. But baking soda
Yeah.
was my milkweed looks great. My all my plants that I sprayed part of it. I didn't spray all the milkweed. I sprayed like third of it, and then the rest all. I don't know if it blew it on the other leaves, but and the insects are happy. The didn't kill a
Yeah.
lot of insects off, so I was really impressed.
Yeah, that's really good. I've always heard peroxide diluted for mildew, but I don't
Only
know.
salt and water only, not my oil will choke your plant. Well, I don't use even the soap. I use soap on it, and that didn't help because actually some soap and water. However, if you know what my problem was too, you can't get the disinfectant soap. You need to get the soap that's organic, like with nothing in it. That's the kind of soap you should be using if you're going to use soap. If you use bacterial soap, that's very hard on your plant.
Oh, okay.
Because she's saying soap and water, that's fine if you're using the right soap. I tried after to find like a organic soap. You think I could find one around here? No, they all have some kind of antiseptic or whatever. They have something, all of them in it. There's no, like the olden days where soap was soap. It's not like that
Mhm.
anymore.
You know, my diamond painting, the one that I'm doing now, it's so like not as good as the other ones. Like
No,
half my beads in this one package are stuck together.
yeah. Like I had some deformed ones on this too. Then you're gonna get that on everyone, but it depends on how many. The only
This
bad
one's just
Well,
bad.
hopefully you have enough to at least because they always give you extra to finish it.
Well, yeah, I actually just ran out and I kept looking for more of the same number and I was surprised I couldn't find any. So now I'm taking the ones that are like stuck together and trying really hard to break them apart.
Well, you can order it, from the States. I can
Well,
tell
it's
you,
coming apart if I like scrunch them up in my fingers.
yeah, because I'm saying there is a place, but it's expensive to order them separately. Because I did, I got it from the States and
Hmm.
I went, holy frick, this is more expensive. They reimbursed me because I tried to take the painting back that was on Amazon. Instead of taking the painting back, they reimbursed me the money for the painting. So I went, well, I still got to finish the painting. That's not helping me. And then found a place in the
Oh,
States to order the white. It was a specific white. And it was freaking expensive
okay.
for a pack of diamonds. That's where they get you. If you don't have enough diamonds, well,
And
that's
on the last one, I had way more than enough. But I
it.
just did find another one that I had already opened, and then I took it out, and then I didn't know it was open, so I just filled half of it in the box.
Well, you can always get
But I
access.
found them.
You got them. That's all that matters. Yeah.
Of course, the one that's giving me the most trouble is the same sun that gives me the most trouble.
So the painting is for the troubled son, is what you're
Oh,
trying to
yeah, I
say.
was gonna
That's
say,
funny.
you know how much trouble this makes? No, well,
Well, congratulations. Didn't you say that is it your daughter going to get married or who did you say was getting married?
no, my middle one, my
Your son
second son, he's
going to propose, right?
yeah, he
Sounds nice.
he was ring shopping. Well, he already ordered one, but it said it would be 7 weeks, and he was thinking about maybe popping the question when they come visit here in August next month.
But she doesn't
And
know, right? She doesn't know.
huh?
Does she know or get any idea?
She she has a suspicion it's coming because they're really like moving fast, like as far as the dates and stuff because they just met at the beginning of this year. But we'll see. We'll see. Thank you, Kathleen.
That's exciting. I miss that old-fashioned proposal part. I think I like those romance movies. That was me. So in real life, it's even more special. I think it's cool. It's a filming moment. It's a Kodak moment.
Yeah.
Like put on. That would be cute, if you could film it and then put a little film at their wedding, put it all together.
I know that's when I told him, I said, if you did it here, I could sneak pictures out the back if you did it by the river behind us.
Yeah, that would be cute.
Yeah.
So is it because he wants you to be there for this special moment, or?
I kind of have a feeling that maybe it's partially for moral support and.
Oh, because if something happens, you said no, you'd be there for.
No, I kind of think, like my mom always said, like she feels like my kids kind of get a lot of their strength from me because I'm a little bit outspoken sometimes. If you haven't noticed. But what do you have to say, Nana? You're on the
side. Anyways, it's a good quality for you. Yes. How's that?
But I think
that's a good quality.
To have
sometimes you
around.
Sometimes you need to have somebody that's tough like that. You do on your behalf, because not all of us feel like we can defend ourselves in us equally, or not equally, but we can't. I always found myself that I could defend others, and I was terrible for myself. That's kind of how I feel. So sometimes you need somebody else to go in and jump and say, no, she's right. That's right what she's saying, right?
Yeah.
But you will not say it. I feel that you're a type of person that will not agree. If you don't agree, you're not going to agree to agree. You're going to, you will not. No.
And like my pastor said, like he likes me because you always know where you stand with me.
That's probably true.
I'm like very honest. I mean, I have learned to dial back like my comments. Like I used to be very brash, but now I'm a little more reserved.
My face gives me away for visually sometimes. Yeah. Would you say that first? Would you say visually you could say on your face, or would you say would it come out more through your mouth, or would you see it on your face first? If you want to point across something, you'd say it first, wouldn't you?
I guess it depends on how bad it hits me. If it's something that hits me like I'm not expecting, or I can usually have a pretty poker face, and then wham, I'll just hit you from out of nowhere.
And then wham, you got it now. Don't think you can get away with it with me, there, buddy.
Remember what you said 2 hours and 17 minutes ago?
Oh boy. See, you know what? I had to put that. My ex-husband was like that. He remembered everything. It drove me crazy because it's like, okay, can't you let things go? I remember on December 20th at around 1:30 p.m. and it's like, all right. Okay. All righty.
Yep. I have a pretty good memory when it comes to stuff like that.
Well, I think that's the cancer. What? I don't know what's going on here. It says that's a cancer, Misha.
That's because the signs were both in July. Unfortunately, he stole my
so the cancer sign for I gotcha. Astrology. You got the same.
Nobody's always an attention seeker. Oh,
zodiac sign, yeah.
Crabby. Thank you, Kathleen.
Yes, happy birthday. Yeah, sorry we missed your birthday. Yeah, absolutely. When was it? What date? When was your birthday? Wasn't that long
It was
ago?
Tuesday.
Aw. Here he
Do
goes.
not
I'll
ask me how
leave.
old I am.
Misha, you like Misha picking on you anyways, Cliff. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to leave. Okay. No, you won't. You like that from her. She loves it. I know
Do
he
you
does.
have some Cheerios you can go crying?
Cheerio.
How about Fruit Loops?
So did you go to Bronson this year at all?
Yeah, I actually went. If you watch my videos, you would know.
She's gonna you don't watch my videos. I'm like, oh my god. I try. I'm just not on here all the time. Jeez, don't beat me up too much.
I'm just mostly joking.
Yeah,
Anyway.
No, you're not, but it's okay. I try to sneak it in when I see them. I try to jump back, but it always reminds me I gotta go Cliff. I better go check on everybody before they beat me up.
But my friend that used to live here that went to our church, she moved to Oklahoma because her husband got a new job. And she was going to Branson with her family. And I told her I could get her a room with my timeshare.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, and if you want, I can come. And even if you can just spend like one dinner with me, that would be fine because I can find plenty to shop while I'm there.
Yeah, it's so nice.
But so she ended up going by herself without her husband and her son. So we got a 2-bedroom. I got a 2-bedroom for both of us.
Nice.
And, after she got done spending time with her family, she would come home back and we would stay up talking and we got to catch up and we got to go to dinner.
You're very sweet like that, for sure. That's I know you want Kathleen to get up there when she's can.
Yeah, that would be so fun.
And I miss all the restaurants that were there too. That was nice.
Yeah, and the new Paula Deen one is excellent. I love
Paula
that.
Deen. Me too. I never went to the restaurant, but I love Paula Deen restaurant.
Yeah, and she has the cutest stuff because she has a store in the front.
Yeah, very cute stuff.
And I actually met her in DC when we lived over in Virginia. My husband got me tickets to meet her at it was a special luncheon, but then all that controversy came up, and she got kicked off and
yeah.
But I still like her food and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what I thought about that. Because I really liked her too, and then she did go through a heck of a lot because of what was reported. I don't know. Sometimes things that get misconstrued is the best word I can say. I don't know if it was as strong as what they said it was, but I don't know. I would hope not.
Yeah, it's no excuse, but back in those days, people had a different kind of. It was just different.
And today, that wouldn't even be tolerated. To be honest with you, there's no way that would be tolerated.
Joe Boy and I are going to start a club.
Are you?
Nana hates people that
hurts my
Nana doesn't watch their videos.
Oh my God, the neglected supporters group. Oh my God! Wow. Talk about guilt trips, ladies and gentlemen. Jeez.
Where's Mike? Mike, join the crowd.
No, because I watch this stuff too.
Oh yeah, of course you watch your favorite.
Oh. Not true. Boy, oh boy.
Doughboy, we're all second string.
Oh Lord. I feel like I'm going to need a support team pretty soon.
Yeah, you might.
I think I will to get off here and cry now.
We come to your lives and spend hours with you.
No, thanks. Tell me how I don't watch your videos. No, thank you. That's not my support group. Oh boy. It's not my fault that you turned. Stop. How many videos do you guys do? Seriously. How many videos do you do?
And
What do you?
Doughboys are really short. His are only like a minute or 2 minutes. He has the last few ones were of Susie. They're so cute. But I have been doing a lot because I did a lot of traveling. And then this one lady did a collaboration with Tiny Freezer Mills because she lives in a tiny home. They retired.
Do you know that person or what?
Yeah.
Do you like tiny homes? I think they're adorable.
I wouldn't want to live in one, especially with my husband. But
oh my goodness. You know, the way you sound, it sounds like you're getting a divorce next year within a week or so.
And it's actually gotten better.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Does he laugh? Does he laugh at you though when you do this?
He does, because he knows I've always been like independent and like, we have an upstairs and downstairs. He has the man cave, so we both have our own space, which works out perfectly.
Right. I could fit. Yeah, you have a big one there, Cliff. Well, that's a house, a big one. Well, how long have you been married? A long time?
It was 26 years this year.
26. No problem, Kathleen. 26. Well, I'd say, see, in my case, when someone tells me, oh, you've been married this long, I go, yeah. And I used to joke like you going, oh, yeah. oh, yeah. I've been married. But I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea to think marriages are so bad because it's not. I mean, you could be single.
It is.
No, it's not. You're full of it. No. No.
At the beginning, it was. It really was for me at the beginning.
Well, but you didn't want. It almost sounds like you weren't ready for it. Like you didn't really want. You wanted still your independence. Am I wrong?
Yeah. It was because honestly, we didn't get married until after we had both our sons, and like I was more convinced on being a mother than a wife.
Yeah.
Well, I did it backwards, which. If I had to do it over again, I would do it differently because
you wouldn't marry your husband. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I might not do
poor
that.
Guy. You wonder why I say poor guy. It's not that I don't love you, Misha, but I feel sometimes. Look at me, like I guess I don't know because I'm not perfect with my husband either, but I don't. I think sometimes being married gets a bad rep, and it's not wonderful. It's not 100% perfect, but I would rather be with them than not be with them. That's how I feel. But the marriage is not perfect. But I like it.
As you get older, things kind of iron themselves out when you get older. So
nothing's perfect. I mean, me and him could scream at each other, but it's still that's just part of. You could be with a boyfriend and scream with each other, get mad at each other, whatever. Give up easy as far as I'm concerned. But even Cliff's always saying nice stuff about. If you notice, he always talks nicely about his wife. He does.
Yeah, he does.
He talks nice about Cindy all the time. He
has to because he almost ran her over one time.
No, but he does. Unless she's so strong, he's gonna slop him silly or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she's probably his rock. Strong women.
Well, trying to get this little dargon one. Did you do both? Did you do square and round diamonds before? You've done both now?
I've never done the square yet.
Okay.
That's the 5, right?
I'm sorry?
Or 4. Is that the 4?
What do you mean?
D? 4 diamond?
Well, there's square diamonds. There's either round or square diamonds, right?
Yeah, I think it's like 3D and 4D, isn't it?
Oh, what it's called? Maybe, but I don't know. I'm calling it the round and the square, and I consider the squares harder. But I'd like for you to do one time and tell me what you think. You think it's
Yeah.
harder or not? Maybe you won't find
I
it
would
harder, but
like to
it's
try.
kind of like you have to line it up a little bit more.
Mhm.
And I was using that stupid. I always do not have fun with that pick thing that you normally. I bet you use all the time. And I was using it, and then it stopped picking them up, and then I went, I can't take this anymore. I'm just gonna use my good old tweezers.
Yeah, I haven't tried the long line of the
Oh,
stylus.
Cindy is my best friend. Yeah, see, I told you that's nice. It's nice to have that relationship.
This paper is so sticky. This is the stickiest one I've had. It's so hard to pull it off.
Actually, when you said, strong woman, well, I consider, I don't know, I'm strong at certain points, but then I feel like I could be strong some points, but I feel my husband's the rock. Like he can handle things surprisingly, certain circumstances, he handles them really well. Like that I can't handle.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of what's good about it. Like I have certain qualities that are the opposite to him.
Yeah. Yeah, and like when I get upset, he can talk to people more calmly, you know?
Oh, he does, right? Than you
Yeah,
do?
he
Okay.
can talk to them more calmly.
Right. See, I wouldn't say Bruce is calmly, but what he does is in certain circumstances, he just is there. Okay, I'll give you an example. What happened was when my mom before she moved in with me, she'd be going to church on Sunday, and she lived by herself, and so she was walking to church, and somebody came in on a bike and grabbed her purse, and my mom would never let her purse go. So
Oh my
so
gosh.
he tried to grab the purse, and she held on to the purse, and she got hurt. So she phoned
Oh.
us, and my husband was right there in a second to go protect.
Hmm.
Like he's got that built-in protection thing. I mean, he gets mad at
Right.
my mom. We get mad at each other, but when it comes time to when we need each other, it just works. We're there for when we need each other. And he
Right.
he
Hmm.
amazes me. Like I wouldn't be saying that right now in front of him. I'd be like you going, yeah, whatever. But it's the truth. It's he has my back when I don't have it, and vice versa. Or he's so good with my mom, but he'll get mad at my mom. Like they'll be screaming at each other, but he'd be the one in the minute if she needed anybody. He'd be the one there for her more than anybody else.
Yeah. I mean, that's good that men have that kind of protection type characteristic.
Cliff says if he was on a bike, I'd run him down with the thing. Well, we weren't there. We just as soon as she called, that would be my reaction would be to go. That's my mother, but he's as fast. Like I think I was working or something. He'd be as fast to go there as I would be, just like he was. My mom's his mom. Like
Yeah.
that's how good he is about it. I mean, I have to give him a lot of credit. It's hard living with somebody's parent.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
So
I was telling my mom about like I want to try to get a smaller pistol so I can carry, and she's like, I don't know if that's a good idea with you.
yeah, if you get mad, I don't know, Mija.
That's what she said. She said if you get angry at something.
Yeah, you might just be. See, that's why. That's another thing that. Well, I don't think I'd ever pull a gun out, but that's what scares me about people owning guns and getting mad. I just.
But
It's
seriously, I would
scary.
not do that. I would only use it for protection or something like that.
Yeah, but you can answer maybe on your behalf of you, but you know, how many people have guns and they lose their temper. It's scary, kind of. You know. I don't. I'll
I
put it so
think
there is people that might own a possession of a gun that could handle it well, okay, and there's others that it might be a touch scary. They shouldn't have them.
I honestly, because people had them all growing up, you know, like in the old days, people always had them. I think the big difference nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
people are on all these medications, and they even say they cause like suicidal thoughts and things because my aunt took them, and I was like, dude, can they cause? Because she was debating whether she should go back on them or stay off of them. And I was asking the nurse for her, I'm like, can they cause thoughts of suicide and other types of things. And she said, oh, yeah, all of them do. And that was the nurse at Philadelphia.
Right.
So,
yeah, that's scary. I just think, it's a touchy situation, especially being Canadian. We're not allowed to have guns, and our thinking's different. And sometimes it causes fights talking about it. But I don't think it should. I think you should be able to talk about something that you might not agree, but you don't have to fight. And I'm just saying that there's two sides to everything why people have it. But but then when you see the sad stories, okay, I'm sorry, it's like it just scared me how it is easy to get access to a gun. Because when you think of the school, that last one broke my heart. The kids were all 10 years and under. That's in Texas. That just happened not even that long ago.
Yeah.
And the young kid was he, 19? He was young, right? Like early 20s, 19, and got access that day to a gun. He had 2 guns and then went in and shot and killed all these 10-year-olds and under. I forget. It hurt me so bad when I saw stuff like that. It was like, ugh.
A lot of us feel there was some other things behind that. But look at Timothy McVeigh. You don't have to have a gun. Kids can get all these parts and build their own types of explosives. And
true.
If people want to hurt someone, they're going to find a way.
That's true. I think that's is that kind of why you're saying, like, it's not just about guns, it's about, it could be anything, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to say?
Like the
I don't want to put words.
State. Yeah.
Yeah. I like, because that would be, yeah, I don't know. I just, I don't know. I, on the other hand, was raised without guns, right? And so I'm going to not think the same as you because I wasn't raised with them. Was I around them? Do I know hunters? Absolutely. Have I fired a gun being in the military? Yes, I know how to fire. I'm actually, yourself that most women are almost better snipers than men.
Right.
A lower heart rate. And I could have been a sniper. So I know freaking how to shoot a gun. Guns don't scare me. In my hand, they don't scare me because I know how I am. But I can't, it scares me in other people's hands because I don't know how they are.
Well, that's what background checks are supposed to be for. But and the other flip side is, say like that one church shooting, the one of them, somebody did have a gun in the congregation and he was able to prevent more deaths because he was able to take out the shooter that came in. So you got to see it from both sides.
Yes, I guess. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I guess. I don't know. But the whole thing is sad. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's kind of waste of lives. It's a waste of lives and all the stories I hear to do with that. And okay, would we agree on this, that it is sometimes they should have higher regulations and people shouldn't be able to get one that easy? Would you say that's correct?
That's tricky because then you're infringing on people's rights.
Okay.
And if you start putting out control tactics, it's a slippery slope because, like Ronald Reagan always said, freedom is just one generation away of extinction. So if you let the government because government really initially, like at least in the United States, was just supposed to be there to intervene for the people, not to control them, just to be a last resort interventionalist.
Okay, so how about, would you consider age restriction would that be still controlling to get a gun? Is to say, okay, maybe
that's
age
different,
right? Or no? Like I'm going to say, and I'm only using the fact of that young kid doing it to the little kids. I'm saying only in that sense, he was very young, and to get it that day, you don't think that was too easy?
Well, if he was an adult. Because you can't get a gun under
what, 21?
I think it's 21. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because I know that here isn't considered adult 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's different. Like you can't drink until you're 21, but you're considered an adult when you're 18.
Okay.
So there's different rules, and then you can smoke when you're 18. You can buy cigarettes, but.
Okay, so he wasn't supposed to have a gun. He stole them. That's not what was said. Like I was listening to that stuff, Cliff, and it was one of the actors that, what's his name? I like the actor that we're talking about because
Matthew McConaughey.
yes, he lived in that same town. That's why he went back and he went to fight on certain things. So he said the guy got it. What isn't stolen? He bought it that day. That's what, according to what I listened to the whole thing, and he did not just steal it. That's what the issue was. He got access to it that day from wherever he bought it from. And I'm a better law-abiding person because I don't want to lose my license, which makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, in Kansas, you don't have to have a license for carry to carry a weapon. So,
and what do you think? What do you think of that? Like, because I'm just asking. These are your own personal opinions before I get there. So, if you have each state, this is what I want to know from you. Okay, each state has their own regulations of depending on. It doesn't. I'm not talking about just guns. About anything. And it's not the same for each state. Do you think that's a good thing, or do you think sometimes the same regulation should be the same in every state? What do you think?
Yes, I think they should.
Like,
because look at the states with the most laws. A lot of times are where it happens more, which is really backwards when you're trying to say, well, more mandates will make it less probable, when actually, in fact, no, it still happens in those high law mandated states.
So you don't have to have one bow. Wait a minute, bow in Texas, but I've had mine for a long time. Bow? We're talking about bow and arrow, right? You don't have to have one bow in Texas, but I have had mine for a long time. The Constitution says will not infringe.
I think Kathleen was meaning but in Texas.
Oh.
Now,
okay.
Yeah, I think the government's getting too overbearing, and that's gonna be worse, because when you can't have a capitalist society and do what you want and people are oppressed, there's trouble in the making.
So, yeah, but you don't think there's trouble in making saying, okay, you guys, everybody do whatever they want? Like,
it's not do whatever you want. You still have consequences if you do things. There's still laws as far as
what's better with the license. So it's, yeah, okay. So Kathleen's saying it's better to have a license and just at least.
I mean, I kind of like the idea of background checks, especially now with, like, honestly, I feel like medication is a big issue. But
no, you could be right, because if they did a thing when they do a background check of all, if anything happens to anybody, then you start checking into why they did this. Is it drug related? Some kind of drug they were on? It could be possibly, or are they hiding it? I don't want to be like that way because it's going to make it worse. But I'm just saying there should be a check to see, was there anything issue with, were they on any kind of drug medication, and did that cause that be part of the cause of what happened? You know, like,
yeah, but like with our border,
but it makes sense. So I don't think all of it is drug related, but can that possibly be a thing to it? Yeah, it kind of makes sense.
But here's the thing with that, with like gangs and stuff, like with the ones that are the illegals that are coming into the country, they're getting weapons, but they are not getting background checks. It's illegal, and so that's not going to prevent them. Like the gangs and things, they're still going to have their guns. Believe me, they're going to get some.
Well, I'm not saying they're not going to get anything, but so everybody gets guns to rent, getting guns, like, so everybody gets guns. I mean, are you saying that that's the best way, like, to? I don't know.
I think we should have a right to protect ourselves without the government mandating how. I'm all for freedom. And I think, like, back in the old days, like, where I'm from in Pennsylvania, people got off of high school to go out on the first day of like buck hunting and stuff.
Mhm.
And people drove around with their big old rifles in their trucks,
Mhm.
right? And you never heard about school shootings back then, ever. So I think it's a lot is poor parenting these days. People now we have the smartphones, kids are on that all the time, and
good guys get them legally. The gangs get them by, what is that? I'm not saying right.
nefarious means like
means,
illegal.
Yes. Illegal, yeah.
Yep. So honestly, if you take them away from the law-abiding citizens, which is the majority of us, like everyone I know, pretty much, growing up and even now has something, and we're law-abiding. We're not going to hurt. We're not going to go out. We're not going to just have some kind of off-the-handle type thing. I know a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's these people that something's off with them, or they have they have some kind of they're trying to have vengeance on somebody or make a point.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones, and you're never going to know it. There's no way to know that that's going to happen. But if more people have them, then we can stop the people that might have ill intent.
Pass my background check for. Well, I like this discussion, whether we always agree or not. I mean, I could go on this side of it that we're not allowed to have guns, right? And they have extremely high, not to say we don't have guns, okay? That's not true. We do, but there are very strict laws on it. And I mean, I forget what it was. There was a guy that did a thing on it per capita, how many we actually have. And I don't know. Like I don't think we have the same issues with shooting here. I'm not saying we never have shooting. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know if we have the same issues as you have. That's all. But you have more people too. So there's a lot of things to take in consideration.
I don't know. He seems to be like a tyrant, like making a lot of rules. I know somebody that had a big channel. Did you ever hear Beaver Frey?
No.
He's a big YouTuber, very right-wing conservative, but he just moved from Canada down to the United States.
Okay. So he would be against them or for them?
He's for freedom. He's actually an attorney.
Oh wow.
And
okay.
Yeah, he was really upset with all the mandates and stuff, and just all the kind of hypocrisy of things. But yeah,
I understand your point to that, but I'm just saying I don't feel that way. But I feel like I've been around guns, and I don't know. I don't feel that I need to have a gun to feel safe. That's what I'm going to say. And I don't feel the government tells me. I don't feel that the government is telling me I'm not allowed to have a gun, or do I feel that way at all about it? Here, anyways, That's not how I feel. I just was raised different, never been around them. In the military, I've been around them. So I knew at first they were kind of scary, because they could cause a lot of damage. And then after doing it just using in the right hands in the right way, they became not scary to me.
Yeah.
And if they are used in the right way, then there shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, and I put my trust in God, so I don't put my trust in having a gun. But
amen to that, because I agree a lot to that too. I do.
I'm just saying you shouldn't start taking away people's freedom, because that can be a slippery slope.
No, I get it. And I think, but I kind of find it's strange to, and I mean this in a good way. I don't mean it bad, Misha. I'm trying to word it rightly, so don't say the right thing, but I don't feel that the right of freedom isn't the right of a gun. Like, I think freedom is totally a whole bunch of things. My feelings on it, and not and the controlling of a human being and different things, that's wrong. But the gun is just a part of what I feel like freedom is.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Well, it's also a food source for people that can hunt and
well,
get their
that's
own
true.
game.
That's true.
So
Sure.
it's also provision. And once you start taking away stuff like that, I mean, there are actual people that don't make enough money
So
and they
you're
have
losing.
to hunt for food.
I have a gun because yeah. So what? Wait, slowly we are losing our freedom. Yeah, but I'm just asking: is freedom defined in just guns, or what is your meaning of freedom, depending on who you are?
What is in our Second Amendment?
It's the gun. I get it, but I'm asking you. There is other things related to. You're saying, like Kathleen's saying, slowly we are losing our freedom. What is the definition of what do you consider losing of freedom? Is it because you're guns, or is it a combination of many things? What losing your freedom is about?
Combination, just like the last couple of years.
And what do you think you lost besides, well, gun control or whatever?
Well, a lot of people lost their jobs that they didn't get
Okay,
the shot. Even
okay,
military, we
okay,
had 60,000 military that were
right,
discharged this week.
okay. So yeah, I can see that being a big point. Yes.
It's just like the government has a bigger overreach that is getting harder. Like they're printing more money, which is causing inflation and groceries and things. So we don't have like the ability to provide for ourselves the same as we used to.
Um. Yeah, that inflation's a lot, but is inflation all blamed by the government? Yes,
Well,
because
when
they
they're
got the
printing
control of
money, we
it.
don't have. Yeah.
Well,
There's a lot of stuff
like,
like,
there's many things. It's not as simple as what we're talking about. It's like way deeper than this that
yeah.
goes on. But I hope you mind. I'm enjoying a different kind of conversation because, well, normally I don't go political, but I thought it's kind of interesting to see your viewpoint on this because I know you like that stuff. I think you. I don't know if you like it or you're into it or whatever.
Yeah, I just, I served and I did that so that I could possibly help keep a free country, and
Sometimes you
things
don't
are
feel
just happening that's making that seem less inevitable.
right. I don't know. Sometimes though, when we think it's so bad, and you need to go to other countries that are way worse to see, maybe it's not as bad as you think. Because there's some
Yeah, but
countries.
we shouldn't really backtrack because
No, you
America
shouldn't.
has been like the freest country.
I'm just saying, look at when you think how bad, and I'm not saying you don't, I'm not taking anybody's opinion away. What I'm saying, when you compare to other countries, there is no way. I think North America, and that means both Canada and the US, are a lot better off than when you start going to these third world countries and different countries where you want a government run thing. Then you go to Russia or somewhere where it's a lot stronger, and you'll see that big difference. Like that,
Yeah, but I
it's
would hate to
scary.
compare us to the worst.
Well, but that's saying that you're not the worst. Everybody thinks, you're going through a stage of all this stuff going on and America's so bad. And I'm just saying, um, is it really like there's just, I'm not, I'm not trying, I'm just saying you're not, there's a lot, it could be a lot worse. That's all I'm saying. You have to look
Yes,
at,
but the point is, it could get a lot worse really fast if people
yes,
don't stand up for their
yes,
rights.
that's true. Yes, that's true.
Look at Germany,
I mean, there's a lot of
it
stuff.
took one guy.
Yeah. It's
So
scary. Actually, that's very scary.
it's very.
We don't want to end up
Yeah.
like Russia. I'm glad I'm old. Sorry for my children and grandchildren. Well,
That's what I feel good about.
but who's to say that things can't change? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That you
we need
have fighting
optimists.
people. You got to have something like that. You have to be an optimist. I am not, honestly, I am not an optimist, but you have to do that. That if you, what good is it saying everything is so negative? Does that help people? Like, seriously, I don't, you have to have some kind of thing that there's some kind of, there's
What?
always,
Yeah,
there's,
there's a line between having your head in the sand like an ostrich
yes, okay.
and being a negative Nelly. But it's a, you just gotta do what we can. You know, I don't want to lose my freedom, so I'm going to speak up for it when I get
Yes.
a chance.
And that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
That you're doing, it's best. That, look, there's things that I'd love to change too. It's, yeah, voting is, I think it's not going to hurt to vote. I don't think this way you, at least you did your I mean, vote red or we're dead. Oh my goodness.
Amen to that.
Oh no. Vote red.
Well, you guys have the opposite parties. I think your conservatives are blue, right?
Um talk about how we work together, like you're comparing yours to ours, like politics wise, you mean?
Yeah, because our Republicans
We
are
have
red, but
liberal, we have liberal and conservative, and we also have NDP, and we have, there's another party too, but the
but
main
what are their
three.
colors?
I don't think we have a specific. I'm gonna have to ask my husband because
I heard NDP is purple, and I heard conservative is blue, and I heard the liberal is red.
red. I think you could be right. Yes, you could be right. I guess
That's what the Viva Frey said.
that's what who?
Viva Frey, the one that moved from Canada
Oh
to the
yeah.
United States.
Well, you got people moving from the states here that like it here. You got people from here might not like it here and move over there.
Oh
That
yeah, the
happens too.
military went to Canada to get out of getting drafted.
Oh my god. Actually, what always made me laugh about, and when I see movies that are like from the states and stuff like that, they'll always say the bad guys escaped to Canada. So apparently we have all your fugitives are always over here. I think it's hilarious. Now we have our own bad guys. So I'm just saying we don't need yours, but I just always found it funny going, yeah.
The one time I was joking with my husband when he had to get
But
deployed, and I
people
said,
did,
"Well, we could always move to
yes, you
Canada."
could. That was a way of, because of beating the draft way back when.
Yep.
But there was a lot of good people. I mean, these are people that didn't feel that they wanted to fight. So I don't know. I don't. That's a whole other story and another way long time ago.
Canada's all a bunch of runaways.
Yeah, that's what we're all built up. Just like Australia is all the bad guys from Britain. Did you know that?
Oh yeah.
That's actually was a prison. Australia was a prison from all the bad guys that were in England.
Speaking of cheeky,
Even the government changes rules for voters, leaves a lot of people from voting come November. Even the government changes rules. Yeah. Well,
Panama. Oh, that's a high crime city. My friend used to be married to a Panamanian.
see, everybody wants to move somewhere else thinking it's safer, and they probably have their own issues there too.
I've
So,
heard people talking about a lot of the rich people have houses in Belize. That's supposed to be
oh,
like a safe spot
really?
whenever like stuff starts going down.
Belize is beautiful. I've been to Belize. Belize is gorgeous. It's mountain area. The water's clear, but it is kind of a third world country. Like it's poor there.
Well, my dad just bought a gun, and he said that the parts were from Belize.
Really, Belize is beautiful. Like what I didn't see the whole island. We went on a Caribbean cruise, and one of the outlets where you could go down like it was kind of like we were on air mattresses, like a and you no tubes, a tube ride. So it would go at the top of the mountain, and you go all the way through the water. all the way down the mountain. Oh my God, it was so much fun. I just loved
Oh,
it.
I bet the water was
And
nice,
it's
crystal clear, huh?
well, you couldn't see deep, but there's parts where it was over rocks. Okay, so you'd be stuck, and then there's sometimes where you're stuck and you think you're over rock and you fall in, and it's way over your head. So you couldn't really see the depth because you're going into caverns, like under in caves, and
Oh,
it was just it's something I'll never forget. It was gorgeous. I loved it. It was so much fun, and I jumped off one time thinking because sometimes it'll get stuck on the rocks if it's too shallow. And I got off, and then this one part was definitely not shallow. It was way deep, but I loved it. Ugh, that is a place. So it's funny you brought up Belize. Moved to Belize.
that's neat. I never even thought about going there.
I got a beautiful 911 from the Philippines. You got a beautiful 911 from. Is that a gun we're talking about again? Australia was where Britain exiled their prisoners. Yeah. Okay, she goes, I got a new space. She want to go to Spain. I'm sure Spain has issues too.
Yeah, I don't know about Spain.
They did in the past. They've had, if you check in history, Spain was very controlled there, and they had a lot of government control in Spain.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying you could pop a place and think it's something. I'll put it. Oh, where's the one? How about the Cayman Islands? How's that? A lot of Canadians and U.S. go to the Cayman Islands.
People, what do you call it? Launder money in.
There you go. There you go. Well, you found something wrong with it, but I know a lot of people go there because it's supposed to be beautiful. Their money goes far there, and it's Canadian American.
Didn't you ever watch The Firm with Tom Cruise?
Well, that's a long time ago, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long movie, but and everything goes in. See, well, the bad guys come to Canada and they launder money in the Cayman Islands. You know. I am sure they do, but they launder money all over the place. That's another story too. Well, money can be laundered all kinds of different countries. But hey, the point is, there's every place you go to will have issues, just different ones than the one you're used to.
I'm thinking maybe.
I still like going to the States. Is that? I mean, I love traveling states. I don't go on the fact that. I mean, right now, I'm not ready to go yet. But when I am, I love going there. I don't. I go there for vacation. I don't want to think of politics. I don't want to think of anything but having a good time and saying all the positive things. Does that make me naive? I don't think so. It makes me. I'm on vacation and I want to enjoy myself. If I want to talk politics and do all that stuff, then I would never go on vacation. I would never go.
Talk about it 24/7 either.
No, I don't think you do. But I'm just saying. Well, you go. Where would you go if you had a chance to go on vacation? And I mean anywhere. It could be in the States or anywhere. Where would you like to go? What would you like?
I'd like to go to London. I haven't been there yet.
London, England, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ireland.
Right.
That's Alaska, which I hope to go to next year.
Alaska's cool. Actually, my sister went on a cruise, and my mom. They loved it. The Northern Lights and all that.
Yes, sir.
Which I know I miss him, but do you remember Nerd of the North? Remember? I haven't talked to him for ages, but he was from that area. Him. Do you? You don't?
No, I don't.
Well, he was from there, and he lived. I forget what country, but he saw the Northern Lights wherever he was. It wasn't Alaska, but it's another country there. They see the Northern Lights. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Because some of Canada and Greenland and Iceland, they do.
I was watching the show that I didn't even know because I've been to, and I found Manitoba, okay, it's nice, but it's, I like mountain areas. So that is one province that's kind of boring to me. Saskatchewan, a couple, because they're flat lands, right? But then I didn't realize how far north that it went, and there's a part where it borders Alaska, Manitoba, and they actually have a really good animal research protective program there. And I watched it by accident, and was it ever good? It's like they protect like all kinds of wildlife, and the polar bears come into the major cities, and they have the guys that have to come in, and they they relocate the bears further up north so they don't come in and cause harm to the people that live there, and they protect the seals and owls, and it was amazing. All the northern, what do you call it, animals. It's a so cool show I watched. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to Alaska on a motorcycle. Oh wow. We've gone to and saw the Office taping once. Oh, Office?
The Office with Steve
Yeah,
Carell.
you saw that? Oh.
Yeah, they were taping like years ago. We went and they were doing a shoot. They had cameras set up everywhere. We didn't actually, they were on a break when we were there, but yeah, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I think that's fun, all that stuff.
I want to go, when we go to Alaska, I want to stay at a grizzly bear resort where you can watch grizzly bears.
That's cool. A little dangerous, but cool.
Well, I mean, I think they kind of have their places scoped out, where you can go where it's safe and
yeah.
stuff.
I didn't know they had that though. That's cool.
I've seen plenty of black bears, but never grizzlies in the wild. Even when I went up to like Yellowstone and stuff, I still only saw black bears. So
you might see polar bears, right?
Yeah. But I want to see grizzlies.
Oh wow. You're a grizzly bear kind of girl. Have a good night, everyone. I got cardio in the morning. Okay, thanks, Cliff. Have a great night. Thanks for joining us.
All right, go boy. Don't snore too loud.
Oh, I keep on flicking these little diamonds here. I'm gonna end up having to suck up my floor after to see if I got enough.
And thanks for the fudge again, Doughboy. His sister sent me some panucci fudge, something like that. It is so good.
Wow.
It's really good.
Very nice.
I'm glad his sister sent it so I didn't have glitter in my box.
Yeah, that was good. So is that near where Cliff is, the fudge?
Yeah, it's a specific kind that they make up there. I forget what all's in it, but I don't know if they use maple syrup. Let me look. It was so good. Okay, it has brown sugar, white sugar, light cream, milk, butter, salt, corn syrup, and then natural flavors. Could contain peanuts, but it's really good.
Very nice.
Like panucci.
Panucci. So it's a known fudge company in the States then, because I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, New England.
From New England, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I'm eating some right now.
Yummy. So how many pants do you own? Is that for Misha? How many pants or Cliff or
pants?
Isn't that, I'm reading it right? Pants.
You mean plants?
It says, how many plants do you own? So it says pants. It says pants. So
Kathleen, what you been smoking, girl?
I don't know how many pants I own. I don't own a lot, but I don't know if that's in general we're talking to, or if that's actually even plants. I wouldn't know how many I have. I got a lot. I'm cleaning my closet out, and I have too many pairs of pants. So she is saying how many pants. Okay.
Don't ask me. I have way too many.
60 pants. Oh, I don't have anything like that. 60 pairs of pants? No. My sister farm sells that by the pound, but she sent them trays because the other stuff probably wouldn't have been a mess. But she sent them trays because
Oh, like they make it fresh at her farm where you can buy it by the pound, but these ones came in a tray in a little box,
okay
already made up.
to sell, like to sell.
Yeah,
Yeah, and send out.
yeah.
Anyways, no, I don't have anywhere near you guys' amount of pants. I probably could count mine easily. 60 pairs.
Half my stuff I don't even wear. It's been hanging up for years. It's terrible.
Do you feel like you could do a cleanup or no?
And I've given away like trash bags and trash bags full of clothes. But I keep thinking, well, if times get really bad, we can use them as fire starters.
You're funny. Well, I've been I got myself in trouble but I take the buttons and everything off them and I use them as crafts. So I don't know if that's a bad thing, but like I had my neighbor gave me some clothes and they were too small, so I gave them to my daughter. I tried to give them away to people that could want them or use them, and then I said, I hope you don't mind, but like the jean material I can use for different things, so I took them apart instead of because they were missing the button and everything. So I wasn't sure that even if I brought them to like a secondhand store, would they take them anyways?
Yeah.
So do you think that's a bad thing for me to do? Recycle the stuff to crafts?
No, because Katrine does that stuff all the time.
Yeah, she does a lot
You
of
know?
that. Yeah. She says, Vera size of my oh my gosh. I'm laughing because it's insane. You can tell the different styles and trends. Oh, that's true. Maybe I have cleaned out my closet lots of times, so I really don't have, you know, this I did this in my days before. I don't do it anymore. But you know how you go, okay, so you gain weight, you buy new pants, and then you go,
Yeah.
okay, one day I will lose that weight and get in those pair of pants. And the one day never came. So I said, screw this. I got rid of the pants because it's not coming. So shall I keep it there for another 20 years when the weight's not going to get off like that? So no, I get rid of the pants. And if, let's say hypothetically I do suddenly lose that much weight, well, I'll buy a new style of pants, ones that are in style, maybe. So I do clean out my closet. That's why I don't own. I have more T-shirts than anything than more pants. Actually, I could count my pants. Like I said, easy, easy, easy. Same with shorts too. I only have so many. I must look bad though. My neighbor gives me clothes. It tells you something that I do lack in clothes because she is like got lots of stuff and she hates giving. She like not. I shouldn't say she hates giving things. She does not want to throw anything in the garbage, or she either has to give it to somebody, or which is nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to insult that, or she has to. She can't just get rid of it. Like she can't just throw it in the garbage. Never, at all.
Yeah, we have a free page on Facebook where it's just goes by like whatever area you live in, and we like give and request things all the time. So like I think it was last year, at the beginning of last year, I gave like 3 garbage bag full of clothes away.
Is that too like that thing is to it's a request line for saying I need size 10? Like you know what I mean? You're asking specific clothes because you could use the clothes. Is that what that is for?
Yeah, and it could even be like requesting a dresser or just anything.
And so it is like if you don't want it, then you know somebody that's going to come and get it. I mean, you don't sell
Yeah.
it; you're giving it to somebody else that would need it. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's good for people, to motivate them to clean out. And like, if people have kids that need like
Yeah,
cleats or something, sometimes
yeah.
people's kids grow out of them. So they just hand them down and stuff like that.
No, very nice. Yep. I know we have like a metal guy that comes in. You know, anything metal. They put it right with our garbage, and we know there's a metal guy that comes up and just gives it to him. Instead of it going either in the recycle or garbage, the metal guy will come in. And I also go, and if I see something for my butterfly garden um, that's I can recycle, I don't do it very often, but I did. My neighbor, I even told him I took it. They had two, when the sunflowers were in style, like it's a big sunflower with a face
Yeah.
on it. And I know it's not in style, but I thought it'd be cute where my bike is. And so I painted them orange and put them on the fence so that it's like the bike's on the stone. I painted the bike yellow,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And then it's orange. And so I figured I did I recycled it. I think it looks kind of cute. And
Yeah.
I will do that. I'll do recycle projects. And that's what you do. I put stuff out, and if somebody wants to take it, I couldn't care less. If I put stuff in the garbage and somebody takes it, same with them. They just put it in garbage, and either metal guy's going to come and get it, or if anybody wants it, just
Mm-hmm.
take it.
Like parking lots around here, even like Walmart or wherever, there's drop boxes that you can donate to now.
Which I think is really, it's a good thing. Very
Good
good
night,
thing.
Doughboy.
Yeah, good night, Cliff. I think he already left, but ooh, you know what I've been getting a lot of? It's kind of actually somebody got really smart assed with me too, and sorry for my language, but it was true. We're getting.
Yeah, no, it's Sunday.
I know, but I couldn't. I had to say it because how me. It was not nice. We have these people calling from, the Philippines or whatever. Or I think
Mm-hmm.
it's and calling to do no. It's illegal stuff. It's like okay, they say that your Mastercard's been somebody put $9,000 or on your
Oh,
Mastercard,
gee.
right? So we were getting all these calls all the time, and so this guy would call. We did the one, and I said, "Listen, stop calling here because I know all of this is illegal." And one of the times it was a Visa. I don't even own a Visa card. And I said, so the guy, I got smart, Alex, with him. And he said, fine, I'll phone you every day.
Oh, my God.
So he said, I'll phone you. Oh, that's not illegal though, right? And he said that I got him so
I know.
mad that he's going to call me every day. So that makes that really legal.
You know what I heard? I heard they call, you're supposed to push pound over and over and over again.
What would that
And
do?
it like jams up. Supposedly it jams up the system. I did try it on like a automated call, and it did hang up after I did it like 8 times.
So I should just, yeah, but did you get a call again? Because it was getting ridiculous. It was almost like I almost wanted to cancel my phone. That's how ridiculous we were getting. I didn't even want to answer the phone anymore. But the bad part was
Yeah.
if my family wants to call, they had to call twice because they know we won't pick up the phone.
Yeah.
So it did
I
cause a
know.
lot of heartache from it. And I mean, obviously not talking back doesn't work, but well, whatever. It made me feel better just for a second. And so you think the number sign? I'll have to give that a shot.
And also we have a do not call registry, which I don't get as many phone calls as I used to. Every once in a while I'll get one for like your car warranty is expiring. You need to contact us to renew it.
Yeah, but you said you were put on the list of that. How do you do that? But that's in the States, so I don't know if we have anything like that.
Yeah, probably it's the national. Yeah, so it's national. Do not
Right.
call registry.
Hmm. But that doesn't stop people from other countries calling you. That's only in the States, right?
Well, I don't get them, so
Yeah. But are you listed or unlisted?
I don't even have like a home phone. I only have like
Your cell phone?
internet phone. It's called Magic Jack.
Oh yeah, I think I heard of that before. You don't have
It's
that.
only like $40 a year. It goes through your internet.
That's really good. I don't know if I would have loved to do that. That would have been way cheaper bill.
Which I really don't even use it. I mainly just use my cell phone anyway, so.
Hmm. Interesting. I like my home phone. It's kind of like something I do. I like it. I don't want to get rid of it. Even though I get the calls that are annoying, I still like it. kind of my old-fashioned way connection. We're going to have nothing from the past anymore. However, we are bringing the past back. How about paper and recycling? Because they realize how long it takes to dispose of a plastic bag, and so now they're making all the stores and everything have paper again.
Yeah, people are bringing a lot of old stuff back.
Which I guess it tells me that you should have kept with it, because obviously it's a good thing, isn't it? I mean, I think they were doing it because of using too many trees, too many trees to dispose of paper, but
the dumps are piling up.
But the plastic takes. I don't think my husband was talking about like 300 years to go away. So it's getting to the plastics getting to be ridiculously bad. So
yeah, people waste nowadays, and we do recycle and stuff, but that even went up. Like it went up $10 a few months ago. Now it's gone up $19 more, so it's over $100
to recycle
every 3 months it's trash and recycling combined. But
so you're paying for your disposal, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we have a trash dumpster and a recycling dumpster, and then they pick up both.
Well, so we don't pay for that at all.
Oh.
No, we get it. But they are watching because they want you to recycle, which we try to do our best. But when they first started, they gave you one plastic container. Now we went and bought two, like a blue and a red, and then we have the main black one. And so that's it. We don't pay anything. Thank God. I guess we consider ourselves very lucky that we're not paying for anything like that. Because even my daughter, there's something she has to. Oh no, I don't know if she pays in Alberta, but the recycling program is even stronger than ours, which in some ways I like. Like they have returnable bottles, but they have places where people can actually make money from recycling. So if they charge you like 10 cents on a bottle, right, to buy, they'll give you a quarter for the container. So I told her, you got to do that. You can make money off of recycling, and you're cleaning up the landfill. So this is good. I wish they had that for us.
We used to have that, but it's only certain states that have it now.
So bad, because I think it's a good program where you're cleaning up a mess, and the government's not all making the money from it. You actually are getting some money from doing it yourself.
Yeah.
And I looked around and I didn't see any major junk like bottles. I go around here and I can see all kinds of junk on the ground, and I don't see in Alberta. I didn't see anything that they recycle. You don't see it on the ground anymore.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's really good. And I wish they would do that over in Ontario. That would save a lot of junk. Yeah. I wish they would. I don't know where to talk about that, but I wish they would implement that one. I love that one for recycling. I'd probably never see a pop bottle or a can or anything on the ground ever again. You'd clean it up a lot.
That's cool.
Because the one time I was nearby, I was picking it up. Actually, I complained to Tim Hortons, the one, because it was ridiculous. I went looking for milkweed where I originally got the milkweed for my section in the back where this Tim Horton was. I pulled some milkweed 2 years ago, right? And then put it there, and it's doing really well now since I sprayed it with the baking soda. But anyways, I look at that area now, and it was disgusting. Everywhere I walked, there's like freaking Tim Hortons cups and garbage all over in the spot. It's just disgusting.
But Nana, you could have used them to plan in.
No, I know my own stuff. I almost felt like picking up garbage. I thought, okay, I'm getting a little ridiculous here, but I did go to Tim Hortons, and I said, can you tell the manager, because even the parking lot, it says, there's so much garbage around here, it's ridiculous. And they should be cleaning up their own property.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, teasing me, I recycle a lot of paper cups. There's no doubt on that. But at least I know my own germs, right? Like my family germs. I don't know everybody else's germs.
Yeah.
I even sometimes pick up the park beside me. I'll go and pick up some junk if I see garbage there. But they're pretty good. That perk beside me's not too bad. It doesn't have a lot of junk in it. Because at least people are respecting it. They're putting there's a recycle, a big garbage there because there's wild animals. So they have the one with no animals get in the garbage. So it's working out pretty good.
How many times have to say Sorry, my daughter just came in.
Oh, that's okay. Well, hello to your daughter. But she's visiting. Am I keeping you from something too, or no?
No, she just came over. Like, sometimes she comes over in the evening.
Because she's not that far from you, right?
Yeah, she's not too far. About 10 minutes.
Well, that's okay. Does she like to cook too, or no?
Not really. She got this cool elephant painting for her birthday she was gonna do sometime. It's not like diamond painting, it's just like regular paint by color.
Yeah, but they remember I did one. They offered me that. It falls under diamond painting. Yeah, they gave me a kit for having this channel. They had offered me diamond paintings a long time ago, and I did them. And then they came back and offered me the paint by number. I particularly didn't like it. I did it. It's still sitting there because I didn't finish it because I found it really hard to do. Like there's parts where it was really hard to read the tiny little spots of what color is supposed to be where.
Oh yeah.
I found it a lot harder. Diamond painting is a lot easier than that. That's me anyway. That's what I thought about it. I didn't like it.
She can probably see a lot better than us.
Well, that's true. That is probably 100% true. But if she likes it, that's great.
Yeah. She did some painting in school. She did like a fruit painting that I have in my kitchen.
Well, that's good. What does she like to do? What's her favorite thing to do?
Volleyball.
Oh, so she's into sports, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I always wish sometimes I was into that, but I was never. Sports was never my thing. And it wasn't until my youngest daughter came out of my particular whole family. She was the one that I started to get her into sports, the younger one.
Mm-hmm.
She was like pretty good figure skater. She was pretty good at baseball, like that. Like she was of my whole family. And I'm talking about not me, my sisters and their kids. None of them were really into sports.
Okay.
Even my older daughter tried, but she was not into sports either. Oops.
Yeah, we grew up always playing sports and stuff. My dad's very athletic. He played hockey and like he refed for every sport until he actually broke his hip in a hockey game. He hit a chip out of the ice.
Oh wow.
And went flying. But
well, I'm happy that your dad's okay because when I moved into this house, okay, this is like 26 years ago now, 25, 26 years ago. It was a new area and I was the first house here. And then there's a guy that was going to be moving in. He was so excited, come every day checking his build on his house and everything. He ended up being a coach. I don't know if I told her this story, but he ended up being a coach for a Little League in that. That was like I think he might have been retired, but he was getting paid for coaching or whatever. Anyways, he fell on the ice, hit his head, and he died from it.
Oh.
Yeah. And so he never got, I felt so bad. He never got to see his house. He never moved in. His wife ended up moving in as a widow. And then she's gone. She sold the house and there's new people in it. But yeah, I felt so sad. He used to come with his dog and we always remember that. He would always check his house, how the build was going, and he talked to us. I never spent one day in that house. And the house was built and designed for him, not his wife. Yeah.
Yeah, the ice is very hard.
So I'm glad your dad never. Well, it could have been a lot worse, is what I'm saying. So I'm glad he was okay in the end.
Yeah, it kind of ended his
Career.
thing in sports though, because the doctor was like, "I don't want you back on the ice," and it kind of. But he still goes hunting and fishing and
Like he's still
stuff.
active. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
I think it did take a lot out of him, right away because he was not used to just sitting around.
Yeah. Yeah. That's anybody that works for a long time and almost like a workaholic or something. It's hard to stop and retire and not do anything.
Yeah. Yep.
But I don't regret it. I kind of like it. I don't miss working at all. I miss working, but not there.
Mhm.
I would rather do this stuff. This is kind of like I always talk about. I'd love to sell all the craft part of this. This is what I like doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't mind not working. Sometimes I do get a little bit bored and feel like I think that's part of the reason why I can't lose weight because if I had a job, I'd be more active.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I
but
come from a long line of housewives.
you're funny. But at least you are conscientious, so you try to do something about it. It's not like you're not
Yeah.
trying. You're
And I'm
walking every
always
day,
busy. Yeah.
right? So it's not
And
easy.
I stay busy because, I see friends and I help people when I can. I play piano for the church, and also a friend of mine, we're doing like a piano duet whenever she gets
Oh,
free time.
cool. Well, you seem to have a lot of friends there, don't you? Like different
Yeah,
people.
there's like sometimes I told my mom, I said, yeah, I wish I got bored because it's always like either one of the kids or one of my friends or something,
You're
which
you're
I'm
always keep
glad I
busy. Yeah, it's
stay
good.
busy. Hmm.
What about does your mom miss you though? Because she doesn't see you as much, or are you
Yeah, I
seeing
think
her?
so, but she's kind of like
She
I don't,
keep busy?
our family is just like we're not real. I mean, we're close, but we're like independent. Like we do our own things.
Hmm.
We're not, and we're all been military, so like we're used to that kind of lifestyle. And
Like where you're not seeing each other all the time, right?
yeah, we're not like distraught because we're not right next to each other, which I wish we were closer, but
Well, how far is it from your mom's to see her?
it's a long way. It's like 19 hours with
Wow, so you really don't do you see her online more than that? You talk to her
like when I
online?
go walking, I always call her,
Oh, okay.
and we talk for like almost an hour while I walk. And then, I did YouTube and she like, she and my aunt, they like to watch me. They're like, oh, it's like I'm right there with you.
Oh, that's cute. When you do the videos, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's nice that you have. My family loves me, but they don't. They're not always. They did. I shouldn't say that because my two daughters always try to help me do better with this, with videos and stuff, right? Until they got enough of it. So they did
Yeah.
their part and helped me, but now it's kind of like they're not really. They don't go visit me like I'm talking to you. They don't come and chat with me on here or anything.
Yeah.
They're doing their own thing, which is good.
Yeah. That's part of the reason I did with, for my family.
Do you find it hard though? Like, because I found, when Ashley moved away, it's still hard on me, but it's not as hard, but it's hard. But it was the best thing for her to get her independence to do this. But
Hmm.
I find, you're a mom. So I'm thinking, I feel sorry for your mom because she doesn't see you. And then I think, well, you don't see your kids. So do you find that hard? But you said you're kind of independent, but you're still a mom. So moms miss their kids. If they're any decent mom, they would. Like, well, that's bad to say that, but it's true. I feel like if you care about your kids, it's kind of a thing to miss them at least.
Well, they don't really watch them. They all subscribe. They're like, yeah, we'll do that for you since you've always supported us, but they don't really watch.
Yeah, but
But my mom and my aunt do because they're so far away. They like to watch them.
that's
So,
cute. But what about?
and I,
Yeah, but I'm talking about Do you miss because your sons are far away? Your daughter, you have at least your
Well,
daughter.
now, thank the Lord, both of them are only 7 hours away in Colorado. So that's really good because we were out there for Easter. We were out there for 4th of July. My son's coming back in August. He comes back at Christmas. So now we get to see each other a lot
More than
more.
you did. Okay. Well, that's
And
nice.
quite honestly, that's quite enough.
Really? Really? See,
I
I
mean, I
can't.
really do wish they were all close.
You sound like more my daughter. Like I'm talking about my daughter's. Like, okay, mom came to visit. I really miss you, but mom, then you go on. I go back to my routine. And I'm
yeah,
like,
I'm
I
one
wish
of
you'd
those
move
people.
home. I miss you.
Yeah, I like to be on my own. I like to do my own thing. Even my husband, I'm like, can you go somewhere?
So you like that moment for yourself, which I don't blame you. I get, it is.
That's just my
No,
personality.
that's
I'm
it. I
like,
get it. Like I like doing some things by myself, and then some things I like being around, like watching TV. Sometimes I got shows I like, and nobody wants to watch them. Or sometimes
mhm.
we like have outings. Like for instance, the three of us. I haven't done it for the last 2 days, but when I'm not on here at night, we get together and go, okay. And we've been watching. You're gonna think it's crazy, but we've been watching the Brady Bunch series because I have it.
Oh yeah,
Right. So we're sitting there and we do about a couple of tapes a night, and then we all go to bed. And if we want to watch TV, like just go in the bedroom and watch TV, and then we meet back for the next night. So we did this like at least 7 days in a row. We're meet back where we're watching TV. This is 2 days I haven't done it, but I've been doing it every other day. That it's kind of
mm.
like we all like it, so that's why I'm not on here as much at night because we're kind of like watching our show together. So
Oh,
it's
that's
cute.
nice.
Yeah, it is nice. I like it. I
Yeah,
miss
my
coming
daughter
on
was
here
like,
too. Don't get me wrong. I like talking to you, and I like talking to everybody on here. It is part of my thing that I enjoy. But I have more time in the wintertime where I can be on here all the time. Well, where people get sick of it and say, "Okay, I mean, I've been with you an hour here talking on live stream. I need a break. Bye."
yeah,
No, I want you to stay. I don't want to be by myself and talk to myself. No, I need company. So I do like my company.
yeah.
I do like it. And besides, if I didn't do this with you, I'm not sure lately I would be doing diamond painting because it's not. I am not. I'm forcing myself to do this a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not. I did it for years. You know how many I did. I did it a
Yeah,
lot, and I was loving it. And then it was like, okay, I don't know what's the matter with me, but I'm finding it's not my crafting world or whatever. The way my imagination is not going with this because it's not. This is almost like boring for me, where I need something
yeah,
where I can use my creativity brain and just do whatever I want to do and create something. That's what I find enjoyable to me.
yeah. I get that.
So that slow stitching is, I know I'm going on and on about it, but that's how much I'm loving it. I actually am not bored with it. I'm piling up the next thing I want to do with it. Um, I don't know why I like it, but I do. I really, it's just like it's so relaxing. I sit there in front of the TV, we watch the shows together, and then I just sew, and I love it.
That's really cool because it's a bunch of different stitches. I think it would be too much for me. I like to just kind of zone out like this kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. But this is, I've been doing this, like the creative side has always been around with me. So I have to, I mean, got to keep it fresh. If I start to
Yeah.
get bored with it, I gotta do something else. Like I'm looking forward to making me and Cliff. I'm gonna do that journal because he had sent me the leather, and I can't. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking to do a man's kind of leather journal, but
Yeah.
I have to design it because I'm trying to find things that would. And I love the idea. He said aviation is cool because I've never done anything like that. So to me, that's a challenge, and I love that. And
Yeah.
I got to find. I want to go. Like my printer doesn't work. I don't want to buy a new printer, but I want to print out. The old aviation planes.
Hmm.
The Zeppelin, like something. The old aviation is what we're talking about. And so it would be kind of cool to have like drafted plans within that journal to have some
Yeah.
aviation pictures.
You guys have public libraries that have printers that are
Yeah,
available?
I was thinking of doing that because it'd be more cost efficient for me. I don't want to buy a printer right now. I have one, but it's not working right, and I'd have to buy the ink and all that. So it'd just be cheaper to go in and get some copies done at the library. But I haven't, because of COVID, that was all closed down, but I think it's open now. I think it's been open. So I am tempted to go get that. But the thing though, Misha, which I like, is I would have done all my coffee. If it was my printer, I would have took all my coffee dyed paper and ran that through the printer. And then I would have printed some really cool stuff, but it would look vintage because it's on, the coffee paper.
Oh, yeah.
Where you go to the library, I cannot actually coffee stain that because it'll leak the dye off the paint. So it'd be like a white paper, so it won't look as vintagey as what I would love to do. Anyways, that's just something I have to plan. Like, that's how I want to organize this journal, because this one's not as simple as I think it's going to be, but it's going to be challenging but fun.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. But I told myself, if I didn't do this, if I don't finish this diamond painting and get my brain doing all kinds of other stuff, I will never finish this. So I go, okay, that's it. I can't do that journal until I finish this diamond painting. So now if you see me more on, it's because I'm forcing myself to finish this. And offline, I am definitely loving all the slow stitching. This is so cute. I can't wait to make the next one. But I think I'm pretty proud of this one. I think I made up the pattern. It's pretty simple, but I thought made it like a cool wallet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
that is neat. Looks like something from the Waltons or something. I love that show.
Like the vintage style thing, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of like slow stitching is. It is a pieces all put together like a quilt to form something, and then you add all the embroidery stitches to it. It's just fun. What else I gotta do?
Well, my son me to call, so I'm gonna have to get going.
Oh, that's okay. I don't think there's anybody here left, but I appreciate you staying, and I'm not forcing you. Anytime you ask me, you want to go do your diamond, baby, and you ask, and I'll let it up to you. You're the one, when you feel like doing it, just tell me.
All right.
And I have to thank you very much for keeping me company.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. And I better go watch some videos so I don't have to feel guilty for the next months. Jeez.
Yeah, don't click over to.
Oh my God. I'm going to go back to everyone. You're going to see 20,000 comments because I'm going, okay, I think I went all the way back to the last one I commented on. So I think we're good now, Misha, for a while. I'll take care of all you and Cliff.
I just joke. I don't care who watches it and who does. I don't want anybody watching it that doesn't want to.
It's not that I don't want to watch it. I swear to you, it's not that I don't want to watch it. I actually find the cooking ones kind of cool. You actually, I cooked all the time. It kind of motivates me, some watching videos that you do, to say, maybe I should do this again. I haven't cooked for a while.
Yeah, I always try to get ideas from, different people and videos and say, oh yeah, that would, especially if they're quick and easy.
No, I liked it. I think people like quick and easy nowadays. To make some kind of dessert that's quick and easy is fun, or making a meal or anything like that. So I think it's good. Yeah. And Cliff's stuff, some of his is cute, and Susie's very cute. So I'll have to go back. Anyways, thank you so much. I don't want to keep you longer than you have to be. I'm just going to continue.
Have a good night.
You too. Have an excellent night.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. 22. Where is it? 22. 22. Yes. Do I get any more of these? All right. Well, that was lovely. I had a lot of fun. Thank you, Mish. Where is that? Looks like that 22's done, so I can put these back. Get that on. Somebody still out there with me? It says one person. Or is that Misha hasn't left the building yet, but she's going to be leaving? All right, what is next? I'm getting there. Right, still got a lot to do up here. What is that? Let's do these two. Get a couple more done before I get off. It's 21. Just you, eh? It's okay. I'll see when you're gone. It's okay. I might be talking to myself for a little while. But thank you. I appreciate it. That was great. I loved it. It was good company. Hope you got a lot of your diamond painting stuff done. All right. All right. I'm going to get that done. Where is this one? Come on. There's another one here. No, wait a minute. I don't want to screw this up. Oh, that's it right there. Let's make sure we put the right ones in. How late is it? I can't believe it's 10:30 already. Yeah, he is on the phone with someone else now. I'll wait for him to call me back. And I got the one whole color finished. Oh, good. Okay, cool. Good. That's a good system you got. I don't know if I could, it would have been awkward on this. Doing your system was good. But when it's a really big picture and I'm trying to do it on a live stream, my computer would stick to the picture. I couldn't open my computer and put it on there and do all the colors that way. But I think it's a cool system. It's obviously working well for you, and you won't mix it all up at all by doing it that way. Where this one you can easily kind of mix up too. Yeah, I don't know how wide this one is, but it's what, you know what, I'm going to measure this. I'll tell you how wide it is so then you get an idea of how big yours is to this one. I got my ruler here, right here. All right, so let's see. If I take so many inches instead of centimeters. Okay, that's 12, 13, 14, 15, almost 16. 16 by, it's probably 16 by 16. Yeah, it's about 16 by 16. So it's a dime. I don't know how big yours are, but I think this is a bigger than one you're working on. 16 by 16. If it was a smaller one, I could open the whole thing up and do it on a camera, but this is definitely too big. Oh, it just popped again. 16 by 16. Yeah, that's why it is awkward and it feels like I'm never getting anywhere, but it is a big one. And my other one the next one I got to do is even bigger, I think, than this one. Imagine how this took me forever. The other one's going to even take me longer. And because it's the colors, it's a really dark painting, the one I got to do for her. She loves it. And I wish she didn't have the dark colors, but that's her choice. I said, if you do one, you want me to do one for you, I will do one for you. And so she got it. And I think she's pretty excited of the painter that she picked. I think we talked about it before. I'll have to show it. I don't want to start that one at all, but I'd like to have that done before Christmas, that one too. But it's big and it's all dark colors. I don't think it's going to be a lot of fun for me. That is right there. All right, 16. I don't know how much I completed, but I got some done, some section. I'd like to have a big party. Yeah, I hope to get this one. And my daughter's done and framed by Christmas. Oh, cool. How are you going to get framed though? Are you going to do what I did, like kind of paint the edges, or are you going to get it professionally framed? Because that is a lot of money. getting professionally framed, but I think it looks probably nicer when it's professionally framed. But for me, if this is like 15 and a half, 16, what I'm going to have to do is get the frame that'll fit the whole thing, and then I'll paint the white on it, white, and put it in a frame. Yeah, you do it yourself, yeah, because they never match the frames. Like, can't even find one that matches the size you're going to do. Like, if I have to look online how much it's going to cost me, but like I normally was buying frames from Amazon. I do have some frames, so I should check to see if I have an older frame that I could refinish and make it look nice with this. But I gotta just check something. I'm gonna go on Amazon and I'm gonna see. Yeah, that's cool. I'm just gonna see Amazon how much is 16 by 16 frame. I'm afraid to look, but I'm gonna look anyways. 16 by 16 frame. Let's see. Come on. 12 by 12. I don't even know. Oh, 16 by 16. See? $43.95. A white solid oak wood picture frame, poster frame, wall photo. So it's $43 the frame for that. Holy frick. I wasn't expecting to spend that much, but that's a lot. Yow. All right. Let me go back. That would be 16. I got to make sure I get the right measurement for this. $46 is a little high for my liking because I have the diamond painting I paid for plus the frame. I mean, my sister's worth it, but we don't normally spend that much on each other. Not normally, but just the frame part that's crazy ridiculous. To keep on looking for something cheaper than that. $45. Wow. I see. Oh, wait a minute. Large 16 by 16, 1824 wood frame. Perfect for large posters. $40. So I found a little more, a white one. I don't know if that would look good in white, but anyways, I got to shop around after. Yeah, I'll check out Walmart, but Walmart, that's an odd slot. The ones you have are smaller. You'll probably be able to find some at Walmart, but this one is a big size. I don't know how much luck I'm going to find to get a reasonable price for these. This one. Number 5. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, what? Oh, I'm going to leave this up here. Let's make sure I don't screw up that part. I think this is the latest I've stayed online for a long time. Wow. Like I said, though, Mish, you don't have to join me, but I think I'm going to have to come on more often. It's the only time I'm going to get this done. So when it's going to rain at night or something, I'm not going to be doing outside work. I'm going to have to come on here a little more to get this done. Now I have a reason why I'm coming on here. For sure. Yeah, oh, I did it. Like I said, the poison ivy, did I show you some of the arm? Like, I don't think you can see it. See, the rash is all over. There, I'll show you a good part right there. That's gross. That's all over my arms and some of my neck. And, I mean, that's one reason why I wasn't on here, too. Because I didn't want to constantly be scratching like crazy, which you're not supposed to do anyway. It's gross. Yeah, it's all over the place. It's better, believe it or not, but that was one of my issues. Plus babysitting. I'm babysitting my neighbor's cats. So I have that to do. I go visit them twice a day, stay there over there. Then I had the little bunny rabbit I was taking care of. Then I have the butterfly I was taking care of. Then I was doing all the gardening outside, doing some stuff in the house, trying to refix the garage. So it's been fun, but just hectic. I'm not complaining because I like keeping busy. So that's why I wasn't online. I keep constantly busy. So, and you know how I was talking about garage. I was trying to do the 50s without costing too much. Oh, I got to tell you something cool. My neighbor saw how we're trying to do the 50s of the garage part, and he happened to go by a vintage store where his mom and that they're from up north. So there's a vintage store that he was buying stuff, and he got this for free. Um, yeah, that for sure. He got an old can, a gasoline can. He got it's so cool. It's rusted and everything, and so he gave us that for free to put as a decoration in our garage. Um, so it's cool. And then we kind of got spray paint, and then we paint the shelves red, and we're not done. We still have a lot more to do, but I'm starting to really like what we did so far. Well, I think I showed you. It doesn't look like it's that great, but hopefully, when we're done, it'll look cool. Because we I still have to do a yard sale and get rid of all the stuff, the excess stuff that was in the garage, and clean it up. And I just want it nice and neat, and everything red, white, and black, and reasonably done. So I'm not spending an arm and a leg on the stuff. We had a bar in there that's from years ago, and we painted it white. And then we had bar stools that were old from my mom's place, and we took them, painted the chairs red, and the seats were white. Just we have a bench that we had that was in there. We painted it white. Um, well, we live out there now that we don't have the RV. It's kind of like we're out there, like our like when we had the RV. It's kind of like the same thing. We're like having fun in the garage, like it's the RV. So I can cook out there. I've got a fridge out there. And like I said, it all started from the Christmas gift. My daughter, when she gave us the red fridge for Christmas, I said, you know what? If we're going to keep the red fridge, which I was going to keep it, I said we should make it like in the 50s. That would be really cool. So that's what we're trying. Like, I don't know. I just want it nice and neat. And when you go out there, it looks cool. Cool garage. So it's kind of like a garage diner. Um, I even did the tools, which was a pain in the butt. All the, you know how all you have all the screws and everything. Well, we got one and we painted the other one red, and so all the screws are not in alphabetical order, but they're all tagged. So like 1 inch nails and 2 inch nails and quarter-inch screws. Everything that I touched went in there, and I was organized every single shelf in there, so that when you go look for the stuff, you'll find it. Yeah, like a second house. Oh yeah, we hung out in the garage. We've hung out in the garage for years. Hey, Cliff. We've hung out in the garage for years, so that's kind of our spot for outside. And we had a TV out there. Like I said, there's a TV out there, a small one. And oh, this came off somewhere. I don't even know where. See, some of the stuff is coming off. I got to be careful. I'm losing diamonds. I thought you went to bed, Cliff. Couldn't sleep too much. I'm fussing about. Are you in your room cleaning? Cleaning your garage? Not cleaning your garage, but cleaning your room. I'm probably gonna have to get off. I'm gonna get kicked out of this room too. pretty soon. Mm-hmm. How late is it? It's almost 11 o'clock. Ooh. You getting ready for a shower? Yeah, I should go do that too. Like, you take a shower and then I put all this stupid calamine lotion on. That's what a treat that is. Well, I should get going too. But see, I'm going to force myself back to do some more. I got some down here to do. Oh, there's one right there. Okay. Right there. All right. Right there. Yes. Get in there. It's trying to get too dark to see it anyways. I like it better in the daytime. I can work on this better, but I am glad I got this done anyways. Oh, that's okay. Are you hanging on, or you guys hanging on or not? Because if you're not, it's okay too. I can get off very shortly. It's up to what you guys want to do. Yeah, are you guys getting tired? Because I might get off soon. But welcome back. Yeah, welcome back. Oh, granddaughter wants me to come a day earlier. Oh, she's going to visit. Oh yeah, because the baby. She's going to see. Isn't that your great grandchild? Is that no great grandbaby? Yeah, granddaughter wants me to come a day early, so that would be your great granddaughter. You're going to see the birth of the baby, which is amazingly cool. Yeah, I think that's what she's doing. It's going to be cool, eh? Very cool. It was for me. Yeah, great grand. That's cool. I found it was amazing. I did. I found it was amazing when my daughter wanted me to be there for the birth of my granddaughter. It was nice. Yeah, very sweet. I think it's very cool. I wonder if I should go over here. I got this side. Since we're yapping anyways. I got all this lower side I got to do too. Hmm. Let's turn that on. Where is that one? That's 3. Okay. What a grand time. Yeah. It's going to be cool. Oh, well, my pants ain't fitting. Washing and sorting fit keep, no fit in a box. Well, Kathleen, I don't know how many times I got to tell you, but I met you, Kathleen. And I think, I think you're a good size, perfect size, actually, for, I think you look great shape. You're a great shape, and I wish I could be that great a shape. So you might feel you don't fit all your pants when you're younger, but I still think you're in good shape. Well, I've seen you. I mean, when I met you, I think you're pretty thin there. You felt you were big, but I didn't think so at all. I got a butt now. It didn't feel. It doesn't. I'm just feel like you don't look any bigger when I met you. You don't look big at all. My pants are tight lately. Yeah, I think Kathleen's a good size. I think she is. I have no problem being her size. It would be nice. It would be a nice thing. Is this a bad one? Hmm. I like my butt. Oh, you like your butt? Okay, I good. I like my butt. Well, I still think you look good. My pants are. I wish. Yes, you guys are taller than me too. I think I'm the shortest. I'm shorter than all of you. I think Misha, you're taller than me. I think you're my daughter's height, and Kathleen is too. I'm not even that short, but I'm short compared to everybody here. I think I'm the shortest person here. You're not gargantuous. You're funny. What is this? Why is that in there? This is black. Ugh. Uh, You are short. See, I don't deny I'm short because I am short. Because you are short. I am. I'm not. I'm not in denial of that. I'm audible. 25. Oh, Cindy's shorter than me then. My Cindy's she's shorter than I am. I'm 5'4". I might be shrinking though because I'm getting older. So you know how you get older, you get shrink. So, but my last time I did my height was about 5'4". Could be 5'3.5" now, but 5'4". Makes you hurt my feelings. Misha, my cucumbers are. Your cucumber. Wait, Misha, hurt my feelings. Misha, my cucumbers are inedible. Um, that is small. I had a friend who's under 5 foot, and in German, technically was supposed to be in kids' booster seats. In Germany, they are very bitter. Oh, nice size, but yuck. Well, Kathleen, did you hear about my cucumbers? It's also funny. Did you hear about my cucumbers? My cucumbers taste good, but they're not white. Remember, I was excited when they make the pickles. I was disappointed. They taste good, but they're not white. They're green. Mine are awful. I don't. I wonder what would do that to it. Hmm. Okay. Good night, Mish. Talk to you soon. Have a good night. Thanks for joining me. I'm out too, guys. Okay, Cliff. Good night. No problem. I'm sure everybody's gonna hit the road soon. How about you? Are you tired, Kathleen? Are you tired? Are you still in the talking mood, or what do you think? Oh, you're out too. Okay, I'm out. Good night, Nana. All right. Bye, Kathleen. Not a problem. I'm getting off very shortly. I gotta stop. I gotta stop too. I'm gonna be back. So you guys, whenever you're not doing anything, come on, join me. I gotta finish this. So I'm gonna try to come on, off and on to do more of this diamond painting. Let me see what I got too much, but no problem. Good night, all. Sleep well. Sweet dreams. Oh, you can actually see. You can start to see. That's the cottage right here. So yeah, I can see the windows. Windows in the cottage. You tired? Yeah, we'll have to talk one day. We'll have to get together. But you're busy, so I'll wait till you're not so busy, and we'll get a hold of each other when you want to. At a later date, Kathleen. At a later date, tell me what's going on Facebook if you want. Sweet dreams to all of you. And let me see. How much does it show up? See, that is so green on the other one. The peak is here, and you can see all this stuff. It's weird. All right. Sweet dreams. I got to go put some, my thing's starting to itch so bad, so I got to get going. Have a good night. Love ya. Peace out. Peace out. Well, look at you can see it on my fingers. Yuck. Yuck. Okay. Bye.